I was holding back that yawn. Welcome in. How are you guys? How's it going? What's poppin'? Hope y'all are chillin'. Yeah. Hope y'all are doing good. Let's see who took my first today. Who stole it? First was taken by Alex. Thank you so much, Alex, for taking my first today. It makes me very, very happy that you could be my first. We've got Funny Valentine and Jacob on YouTube. Hi, both of you. And for Daily Pillows, we've got Alex, Jeremy, Coffee, White Blaze, Nordy, Lazy, Mitha, Leonix, and Jeffy. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope y'all are all doing good with your daily pillows. You do my tarot reading first. We are doing so we have a queue that people sign up for on Twitch. So if you want to get a reading, you gotta redeem it through Twitch, because my thing's a little funny one-y. But if you want to snag a reading, we're going in order of the queue. We still have several slots. I'm actually about to read the queue right now. The first one redeemed is Alex is going first with the love reading. Then after Alex is Lazy with a love reading. Then after Lazy is Leonix with a romance reading. So we've got 3 people right now in the queue for tarot readings. Doing great. Hope you're okay. Yay! I'm just tired. I woke up like half an hour ago. But welcome in, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, we're just here to vibe. I even got the rain sounds on in the background, because it's also been raining a lot over here. Sorry, I'm like extra sleepy beepy. Yeah, thank you for the good morning. I hope y'all have been doing good. We're keeping it cozy today, keeping it chill. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll start with Alex's love reading. Let's see if we got anything special for you today. The vibes are super nice. Yay! Nice. Yeah, we got the tarot cards. I've been working hard. I finished the VTuber model that I was working on. Like today, I finished the shoes, and then I organized all of the file layers, like renaming them and like organizing them and everything like that. And so I sent the finished PSD file to the commissioner. I'm very proud of it. The model turned out very nice, and I'm very happy. It's not very often I actually get commissioned for a VTuber model. The last VTuber model that was actually commissioned from me is Mitha's model, actually. Mitha's the last person who's commissioned me for a VTuber model, besides this current one. Yeah, I finished your sister. And it's never annoying, Jeremy. It's always so sweet of you. Thank you for always coming in. I always appreciate seeing you, Jeremy. But yeah, I worked on that, and then it was like noon, right? It was like almost 1 when I finished, and then I checked on my phone. I had like a missed call from my little sister, and all she left for like the voicemail was just like, "Hey, call me back." And I'm like, "What the fuck? She like never calls me." So so I called her back. I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you dying? Like, what's going on?" She's like, "No, I just want to talk to you." So I was catching up with her, and I'm like half asleep, like catching up with her before I'm like, "Okay, I gotta pass out now." I don't understand why people don't commission you more. Oh, I don't know. I would also love to know the reason. I never understand. I try my best to put it out there that I do the commissions, but I don't know. Even when I do like the raffles for like the free art, people barely join the raffles too. Like, I don't know. It's been It's been tough, I think, mentally, especially for like the raffles and stuff. It's like, this is literally, I'm literally offering free art, and and nobody wants it. It feels, I don't know, it feels a little sad sometimes. Also, hi, Tysonets. Thank you for the follow. And you are in the queue. I never win the raffles. It's okay, Leonix. Winning a raffle isn't all it's cracked up to be. I won an art raffle 2 years ago now, over 2 years ago now, from somebody that I follow who's an artist. And they've never given me my prize. And when I asked them like a year later after I won, I was like, hey, so about that art raffle prize. Their response was, I understand a year is a long time, but keep in mind, this is free art. I'm like, damn, bro, I was just asking, like, chill. And like, I've never had anybody ask me for a deadline on a free art prize. I'm like, damn, dude, I'm not even asking for a deadline. I was just curious. This has been a whole year. I didn't even message them this year. But it's been 2 years. The other person, because there was 2 winners. The other person who won graduated, so they also didn't get theirs either. So, I don't know. Winning's not always all it's cracked up to be. I think it just depends on the artist. You have to hope that the artist you win from is actually gonna follow through. Let's see what we got for Alex. That's why I want to win yours. Yeah, I gotta do Euclidean Squid's art, because Squid won my art raffle. So I have it on my to-do list. I was just preoccupied with finishing up that VTuber model. But now that VTuber model is finished, I can really just like crack down on all my other art stuff, which is nice. So I'll be blazing through that. Let's see what we got for you, Alex. Oh my god, Jeffy, you're summoning so many little fellas. They're spawning everywhere. They're going crazy. Alright, we got these cards, and then let's see what we got. Let's put them up on the screen. I never go for art. I go for prizes like Pokemon packs, because if the delivery ain't show up, I know not to trust them. But so far, I've gotten all my winnings, so that's nice. I'm glad your winnings have arrived. I can't help it, they're so cute. Well, I do also have it, the Shimeji thing on my coffee for free. So if you want them to run around on your own desktop any time of day, you can in fact download the little fellas to have on your own PC, if you like. That is a real thing that you can have on your own PC to invade. You can also just keep spawning them here too. That's fine. That's fine. Also, hi, Vivi. Welcome in. How are you? Now let's put these up on the screen. We've got I would love it. Is the information posted in your Discord server? Yeah, you might have to scroll up in announcements in the announcements channel, but it is in the announcements channel, the link to it. Or if you just look up my coffee, it's like on my coffee shop basically for free. Which the link to my coffee page is on my page here. So if you just scroll to like the bottom of this, like my about me on Twitch, there's like a little coffee, like to donate, basically a little donation page. You click on that, it takes you to my coffee page, and that's where the coffee shop is that has the Shimeji. You do need Java to run it, so you have to download Java if you don't already have Java, but Java's free. and then it'll run. Yay. And you'll have your own little Darius causing havoc, running around like crazy. Doing amazing. Happy to be here. Yeah, I'm happy to have you here too, baby. Okay. I need some water. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got all of the cards for you, Alex, for your love reading. In order of left to right, we have the 4 of coins, we have the 2 of coins, and we have the world. So we start with the 4 of coins, right? The 4 of coins is definitely more of a card of like clinging to what you don't have, what's no longer here, right? You can sort of see like the honeysuckle. It's usually like somebody who's clinging to nostalgia or can't seem to move forward from the past. But it's like the sweetness of the honeysuckle is enticing and delicious, but honeysuckle is super fucking invasive, and it can very easily choke out like the local plant life, leaving little opportunity for anything new to actually grow where the honeysuckle is growing. So it's very much a like, you have to be careful not to let your desires overrun what you want, and your actual goals for life, because otherwise it will choke out any new potentials for you when you're so focused on what you don't currently have right now, right? That's what the 4 of coins is mostly about, is like, be careful of being so focused on something you don't have that you lose out on anything new coming your way, right? And then we follow it up with the 2 of coins, which is a card of balance, but it's also harmony despite change. So even while the world around you is sort of changing and it feels like you're moving in a bunch of different directions, this is a card of sort of finding yourself and finding your own balance and finding where you fit in everything, right? So again, it's about like finding yourself, finding where you feel most comfortable as you move forward in your life, right? And then following that up as well with the world. The world is a card of travel and change and union and reunion, right? It's the path to success. You haven't fully achieved it yet, but it feels like you are on the path for yourself. So it's really important that you focus on the direction ahead of you rather than the direction behind you, all right? I think that's the most important thing. I feel like the cards want you to know is focus on what's ahead of you. So in terms of love, don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on what you're trying to get or what you missed out on, quote unquote, especially like what you feel like you've missed out on. Instead, just focus on where you're heading, right? Make sure you're not walking off the road, you know? Keep your eyes on the road, sort of thing, and just keep moving forward. And I think you'll find the love you're looking for then, you know? What's the queue looking like? Well, we just finished Alex's reading, and after Alex is Lazy, and then after Lazy is Leonix, and then after Leonix is Tysonitz, and then after Tysonitz is Red Spirit, and after Red Spirit is Gothosaurus. That's the correct key. There you go. Welcome in, Gothosaurus. And welcome in, Red Spirit. But yeah, hopefully that helps, Alex. It feels like the cards are just kind of telling you, like, just focus on the direction you're heading right now, more than anything else. And don't dwell too much on the things that you want to have that you don't currently have. Instead, just focus on the journey, you know? And I think you'll find yourself in a better place, especially mentally when it comes to love, you know? Next up is Dr. Lazy. Yay! And Lazy also wants a love reading. So let's see what we got for you, Lazy. You got your foam sword to protect you. Yeah. Well, oh my gosh, hi Leonix. I see you on the YouTube side. Imagine Dio saying Zawarudo by accident, but it also affects him. That's crazy. Imagine you have the ability to stop time, but it also like stops you during that instance. That's even funnier. That is the funniest useless skill I think you could have. I love like pointless superpowers like that. I think they're so underrated. See what we got for you, Lazy. Dare stands in the JoJo world. Melatonin puts people to sleep, Batman style, but with star platinum speed. Oh my gosh, yeah! Everybody would be so cozy. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen for you, Lazy. Starting with... Throw it back, throw it back. Let me go. Alright, we got all of the cards for you, Lazy, for your love reading. In order of left to right, we have the Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Reversed Empress. So, let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Page of Cups. You made a Cars AU where he polices Dio. Honestly, Cars was such a cool villain. It sucks that he, like, fucking, bleh, you know? But it was funny seeing how he went out. Joseph Joestar is my favorite Joestar. He's such a little shit, man. Even when he's like 80, he's still such a little shit. But the whole arc with him and Caesar, dude, I cried. I cried when Caesar died. Caesar was like actually my favorite character because I loved his dynamic with Joseph. Joseph's so funny. Yeah, Joseph was so fucking funny, dude. So unserious. Yeah, she's it was so sad. It was so sad, man. I was like, that's so fucked up. And then they never used Haman again. They built up Haman during the entirety of that season, and then And then the next season, like, anyways, here's stands now. I was like, what about the Haman that you just spent like an entire arc building up and having like him fucking master and learn? What do you mean you're not gonna touch Haman anymore? What about Haman? Joseph is 92 in Stone Ocean. Oh my god, dude, he's still going strong. Oh, I've got news for you. Do they finally bring back Haman, dude? That was like the reason why I kind of like fell off the series. Like they spent all this time developing Haman and they immediately just completely forgot about it in favor of just bringing in random stands and bullshit power levels and scales. Like, yeah, stands are cool and all, but I like a power system that's consistent and not just like a new fuck you OP power every time there's a new person introduced with convoluted like rules and shit. I like it to be at least somewhat like comparable, you know? Because there'll be somebody who's like, my stand is that my farts can choke you out, and like the person that they're fighting against is like, yeah, and my stand is if I blink you shred yourself into your actual individual atoms and completely vaporize into the air. It's like these are not a matched battle at all, you know? I only did it in part 3. Well, they did it in part 4 too. They did it in Diamond is Unbreakable as well. That's because like I watched part 3 and then I watched like half of part 4 and then I kind of stopped watching it for a bit. And then I hear that there's even more fucking crazy ass stands in the end of part 4 and like part 5 too. I like how creative the stands. I mean, there's no doubt that they're creative. I don't doubt their creativity, but I just like, it feels a little too hardcore on the power scaling. It feels like it's what's the term? Is it just power scaling? Power where it's like every iteration has to be stronger than the last to the point where it gets absolutely fucking ridiculous. It happens a lot of video games too. Is it just power scaling? Is that what the term is? But it felt so overwhelming. It was crazy. But I mean, I did like the art style, and I liked the color palette choices as well, especially in the anime. The color palettes were always gorgeous. Like there's nothing you can say bad about Araki's artwork. I think his art style is iconic and very like pop. It's very pretty. I do love his art style a lot. But the story's very, very convoluted in a lot of ways it does not need to be. That's my critique on JoJo. That's my critique on JoJo. I've said it. I've put it out there. The word term you're looking for is power creep. Yeah, power creep. Yeah. And its sound effect was used in the climax of Stone Ocean when Emporio summoned Weather Report to kill Pucci. See, when you say words like that, you're just saying words. You're just saying words now. None of those words mean anything to me. Like, none of those words mean anything to me. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting. Sorry, Lazy, I got distracted. Okay, sorry. I went on a JoJo rant. Okay. So, Lazy, for your love reading, in order of left to right, we've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Six of Swords, and we've got the Reverse Empress card. Terry's gonna become the meme. No, none of these words are in the Bible. Yeah, none of these words are in the Bible, dude. Isn't Jesus Christ a stand user too? Isn't Jesus Christ canonically like a stand user as well? Anyways, okay, back to the fucking reading. So for your love reading, we start with the Page of Cups, right? And the Page of Cups is somebody who is very sweet, very easily worked up, very much tends to wear their heart on their sleeve. they're very open with their emotions, and they can sort of let their emotions and their feelings run wild a little bit. You can see here with like the wild strawberries, a little bit wild, but a little bit sweet as well, and very innocent and humble, and just it's cute. It's cute. It's very cute. This is the card telling you that you're cute. We follow it up with the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is a card of a journey to a new place, heading in a new direction for yourself, and taking the good things with you, right? It's a card of success after the anxieties. So it feels like you're moving forward in your life. You're moving forward. You're trying to head into a good new direction for yourself. And it feels like it is working. It feels like you are excited to see where you're going. And you're driving down life's highway, right? Life is a highway, and you are riding it all night long, you know? That's what you are. This is, sorry, I'm still thinking about the Cars movie. There's been a lot of Cars memes because of Umusume, because one of the characters is named McQueen. So I saw Haru Urara art with her wearing like purple Crocs that were like a mashup of Mejiro McQueen and Lightning McQueen Crocs. But yeah, so it feels like you're heading in a good direction. You're driving, you're moving forward, and it feels like you're going in a direction that you actually want to head in for yourself. And you're taking the good things with you. You're excited to see where you go from here, right? And then that brings us to your final card, which is the Reverse Empress card. And while the Empress is normally a card of like nurturing and creativity and warmth and love, in its reverse, it's kind of like detachment. It's like an emotional or a creative block. It feels like you're not connecting with people in the way that maybe you're hoping for, and it feels like that's kind of getting to you a little bit, maybe. Is this desire to want to connect with people, but still not actually finding that actual spark, especially when it comes to love, it feels like. And maybe that's getting to you a little bit. It can be really difficult, I think, to get a handle on it. But sometimes the best thing for you to do is to not force it, right? Sometimes it takes a bit for you to warm up to people, and then that spark starts to go. And maybe you just haven't met the right people yet that you really just connect with on a really deep level immediately, you know? I think you just gotta baby steps, go from, step by step until you find what works best for you, right? And when you feel like you're in a good place for yourself. And maybe what you need is just a little TLC to take care of yourself, to emotionally recover, build yourself back up before you go back out there and try to build more connections with people again, right? Because it does feel like you are trying, you are putting yourself out there, you are moving forward, you are wearing your heart on your sleeve, but it feels like there is still just like this difficulty to actually truly connect. And maybe the best thing for you to do is just take a step back, take a little breather, get a little rest, a little tender love and care for yourself, maybe some chocolate and ice cream, doctor's orders, chocolate and ice cream to help you. And then once you feel like you've kind of recovered and you actually are itching to go out and interact with people, I think that's when you'll really make those connections that you really want to, those connections that you're specifically looking for, especially in terms of love, I think you have to be enthusiastic when it comes to looking for meeting new people and interacting with new people. You have to come at it with a sense of enthusiasm and excitement for what they have and what things could be, Also, hi, follower, welcome in. But overall, I feel like you are heading in a good direction for yourself. I think it's just a matter of getting over this sort of like emotional block in order for you to finally truly start connecting with others, especially potential romantic interests. But yeah, I hope that helps, Lazy. Fingers crossed. There you go. Next up, we've got Leonix. And Leonix wants a love reading. The cards always call me out. It's okay, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. But it did help you. Sometimes when you try to force it, it can be harder for you to, I think, truly let your guard down and get to know people on a more intimate level. When it feels like you're just kind of going through the motions, you know? I think you have to genuinely want to get to know them. Also, oh my god, what the fuck, Mama? What the fuck? Thank you for the 5,000 biddies? What the fuck? Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome in. Hi, Phantom Punk. Welcome in. Welcome in. Holy shit, bro. Where did that come from, Mama? What a little surprise. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to do, I think, full spreads for everybody now for the rest of the stream. I think we'll consider that Falma paying for everybody to have a Oracle card and a Yu-Gi-Oh card now. I know. So sweet of you. And yeah, you're in the queue now, Phantom Punk. Let's see what we got for Leonix's love reading. We got the full spread time. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been working on a lot of stuff. I was working on the VTuber model. I finished the VTuber model. I'm working on some outfit designs for Harper for some future costumes of theirs that they want to have, so I'm helping them do that. And then, oh my god, Anon! Thank you so much for the gift sub to Bobby Whiskey. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Anon, for the gift sub. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so I was been sketching that out as well, the different potential future costumes for Harper. I've already done one. That's well, technically I've done two. Harper's like Kigurumi, like their pajamas. I designed those, and then there's another outfit I designed for them that hasn't been shown yet. So I don't know if I can show it to you guys, but I did also make a different outfit for them, and I'm working on two new outfits. One of them's another casual outfit. And another one is something else. No spoilers. But yeah, and then I've also got, I've been working on my stuff for my debut, my debut for my new model. I made a new overlay, I made a starting soon, a BRB, and an ending screen for it to all match. I've been sketching out the new alerts so I can have the new, like, all the different alerts for like follow, sub, cheer, raid, all match and stuff like that. I've been working hard trying to get everything done because I want to get it all done in time for the actual debut, which will be on my birthday next month, which is, oh my god, less than a month away. It's like, fuck. Well, how long do I have? In exactly 3 weeks. In exactly 3 weeks, it will be my birthday. Oh my gosh. That's so scary. What the fuck? Yeah, my birthday is gonna be on August the 7th. It's not my birthday yet. It's coming. But yeah, so that's what I'm planning to do. So normally it would be a tarot Thursday on that day, but since it's my birthday, we probably won't do tarot, maybe. Well, maybe we'll do like a little bit of tarot, but it won't be the whole stream. And I'll probably start earlier than usual too, just so we can spend more time together on my birthday. I'll have to see if I can get some alcohol, because I do like to drink on my birthday as a special little treat. I'll see if I can score some alcohol. I probably won't go crazy though. Just a little bit as a treat, you know? Me, I'm trying to think of what all I want to do, what all I want to have. It's a time crunch. I'm on my time crunch. I'm in my I gotta get everything done phase. Oh my god, Nordy! Thank you so much, Nordy, for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. We got a hype train because of it. Oh my god, it automatically just immediately skipped to level 5. What is your favorite Pokemon? Snorlax. My favorite Pokemon is Snorlax. 100%. I love Snorlax because he looks like he would be the best to nap on. Like, imagine just sleeping on Snorlax's tummy. That would be the best, dude. That's all I want. That's all I want. My middle name is Snorlax. Oh my gosh. Your parents named you that? That's so fucking weird. But yeah, Snorlax is my favorite because he's just so cozy. And I rate Pokemon based off how nice they'd be to snuggle with and sleep with. What's your favorite type? That's tough. That's tough. I feel like it's kind of like 3 types that are my favorites. I like dark, I like psychic, and I like fairy types. I think those are like my 3 favorite types. But Snorlax is a normal type, so he doesn't fit any of those. But Snorlax is just built different. You know how it is. The Tice type. Oh my gosh. Poison type. Oh my gosh. A lot of poison type do use sleep as a move, don't they, huh? I didn't even really think about that. But I mean, I was just thinking like in terms of like just in general, I think I tend to gravitate towards like a dark, fairy, and psychic types when it's not Snorlax. Snorlax will always have my heart. Wow, nice level 5 hype train. Yay, level 5. I'm so happy. I just like poison types. They're neat. They are neat. I do think poison types are pretty neat too. Did you know there's no dark type gym leader? I can't tell if you're fucking with me or if you're trying to like set me up on some sort of D's nuts joke right now. I'm like suspiciously eyeing you. I'm like, what are you leading up to? Was it your Yu-Gi-Oh fan? Yeah, Valentine. Hell yeah. Yeah, we do. We have a special offer for the tarot streams. If you're subbed to me on Twitch, you get a free oracle card with your reading, and if you donate 100 bits, you get a Yu-Gi-Oh card added to your reading. And 100 bits is like $1, so you basically pay $1 to get a Yu-Gi-Oh card added. But since Falma paid and donated, 5,000 bits, we're giving everybody the full spread today as a special treat. There's actually no dark type gym leader, not even trolling. Damn, that's crazy. I had no clue. Don't they have, I guess that's like the ghost type or whatever. Is ghost type different from dark type? God, I feel like my lack of Pokemon knowledge is really showing right now. I'm very noob when it comes to Pokemon. I guess ghost type is a different type from dark type, huh? Right? Or is it just ghost Pokemon? Yeah. I was gonna say, because I was like, don't they have like a ghost type gym leader? And I was like, oh wait, yeah, ghost type is different from dark type. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. I only know about the ghost type because I see everybody drawing special types. I just realized, is there any ice type gyms? I feel like there is. I feel like I specifically remember a gym where you had to like slide down the ice in different directions in order to actually make it to the gym leader. I feel like that was one. I don't remember which one. I've only played 3 Pokemon games though, so that probably narrows it down. Also, Trummer, thank you so much for the gift sub to Dino. Congrats, Golden Dino. Yeah, the only Pokemon games I've played Leaf Green, I've played Ruby, I've played Omega Ruby, and then I've played Moon. Those are the only Pokemon games I've played. So I skipped a lot of games. I skipped so many of them. I went straight from Ruby to Omega Ruby. Also, thank you guys so much for the hype train. Hype train complete. Big kisses for all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, choo choo. But yeah, dude, oh my gosh. So I played Ruby and I loved Ruby a lot. And then when Omega Ruby came out, I was so excited for it because they had the Pokemon and Me system thing, because they didn't have that in Ruby, but then they had it in Omega Ruby. So I had a Sceptile, right? The little fella, the grass boy, for that. You skipped the best one, Platinum. I've heard really good things about Platinum. Maybe one day I'll do like a Pokemon Platinum like stream or something. Yeah. So I picked Sceptile because I picked Sceptile when I played Ruby, right? So I picked Sceptile again when I played Omega Ruby because he was my favorite starter. And they my brain shut down. Yeah. Okay. So I picked him. I named him Leafy because I named him Leafy the first time too. So whenever I have the opportunity to have a Sceptile, I always name him Leafy, right? And then so I was like feeding him all the cream puffs and I was giving him all the head pats, you know, as he rightfully deserves because he's just a little fella. And then we were doing a battle, and it was a really difficult battle, and I was low-key losing a little bit, and then he's getting hit, and he's about to, like, it's enough damage that he should definitely, like, basically, like, get knocked out. But then the screen says that he holds on with 1 HP because he loves me, and I shit you not, I started crying when I read that, dude. I'm not even fucking with you. When he managed to hold on with 1 HP and actually like survive the hit because he loves me, I literally started fucking crying. I just not exaggerate because that was the first time I'd ever seen that. I didn't even know that was like a mechanic in the game until that happened. Like and I was so fucking moved by it, and I like immediately healed him and we ended up winning. And whew, it was yeah, I cried. It was so good. That was such a memorable moment for me. Did you know what the first Pokemon design was? You said it before. You said it was right on, but I don't believe it was right on. I think you were trying to set me up for a D's Nuts joke. I'm gonna be so real with you. Yeah, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I called your ass out. You can't get me if I called it out ahead of time. It actually was right on. I have a hard time believing that. I don't know if I trust you. Did you fucking time them out for that? For like a split second. It actually is. Look it up. Alright, let me pull out the cards for Leonix first. Brett was bonking Dino for the D's Nuts joke, I guess. You can confirm it as well. Okay, well if Leonix says it's true, then I guess I'll believe Leonix. Speaking of Leonix, let's see what we got for Leonix's love reading. Ooh. Let's see what we got for you. Now let's grab your oracle card. I would never deez nuts and lie to you. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm glad to know you have some integrity to you, Golden Dino. Very, very noble of you. Well, so hi, Red Golden, welcome in. So how's everyone? I'm doing good, I'm chilling. We're vibing. Might make some coffee later. Oh my god, putting on the cat ears on me already. Hit me with the yellow. Melissa, thank you for the hydrate. Yes, I will sippy sip my water. Very refreshing. Alright, now let's get the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Let's see what we got for your Yu-Gi-Oh card. I get this Yu-Gi-Oh card a lot for you. Alex. Get back to me. Get back to my deck. There we go. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you, so let's put them up on the screen. Also, hi Tony, welcome in. Let's see. First card is we just chillin', we vibin'. You know how it is. Thank you for the head pats. Next up, we've got the last card is honestly what I really want. I want an orange mango smoothie, which I could make, but that requires the blender, and it's like midnight. So that would be probably way too loud. But I really want a fucking smoothie, dude. I want a smoothie so bad. Ugh. It's tough. It's tough being a creature of the night. I'll have to wait at least like 7 hours. Once it's like 7 a.m. I'll feel okay making a smoothie. That's when normal people are awake. Okay. We got all of the cards for you, Onyx, for your love reading. In order of left to right, we have the Page of Coins, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the reverse Seven of Coins. And then for your Oracle card, we have preserves, like fruit preserves. And for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Dark Magician. Yeah, you get Dark Magician a lot, I feel like. So many coins. Yeah, coins. Well, coins are also a card of stability, right? Because coins are associated with the earth element, and earth is usually a card about stability, but it can also be a card about stubbornness, right? That's usually what that element tends to represent. It's like stability, but also potentially stubbornness. But let's go ahead and... Not you, I think this is your first time getting the Dark Magician. Really? I feel like we've gotten it for you before, though. Are you sure? I don't know, but it feels very fitting for you. But let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the Page of Coins. So the Page of Coins is very, very bright, very sociable, very much a people person. They're a charmer. They're just very good at dealing with people, and I think that is their strong point, right? Somebody who's very carefree, very innocent, and somebody that just sort of draws other people in. That's your charm point, man, is that you just draw other people in. You don't try to put on any airs, you don't try to act like somebody you're not. You're just you keep it simple, and that's what makes you, so magnetic to other people, right? We follow it up as well with the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a card of boldness. It's also a card of believing in your own abilities, believing in what you have to offer for yourself, right? You gotta believe that you are enough, right? This is where you let your passions really fire yourself up and move yourself forward, right? This is embarking on a new adventure, ready to see where the world takes you, to boldly go where nobody has gone before, sort of thing. The Two of Wands is a card of just go out, to go forth, believe in yourself, and see where the wind takes you, what path you'll trailblaze, right? And then following that up as well with the reverse Seven of Coins. I feel like it kind of amplifies this in a bit as well, because the Seven of Coins is normally a card of like forward motion and change leading to growth. And it's reverse, it's sort of like the sense of impatience or just kind of going through the motions. You're not really doing things for the sake of the vibrancy of life. You're doing it because you feel like you kind of have to. Are you like on dating apps or something? Are you just like swiping on a bunch of people on dating apps and you're not really like, I don't know. That's kind of like the vibes I get from this in terms of like love. Okay, I was gonna say, because that's like, I don't know if that's necessarily exactly what you're doing, but that's kind of like the similar vibes I get from it. It's like you're kind of just like haphazardly putting yourself out there without too much thought. Like I said, the similar thing would be like if you like downloaded a bunch of dating apps and were just like swiping on everybody to see if anything happened. I've never used a dating app. Oh yeah, don't. They fucking suck, dude. They fucking suck. Speaking from experience, dating apps suck. I've met some interesting people through them, but it's usually not fucking worth it. It's usually not. Not unless, because they call them dating apps, but they're just hookup apps. That's how everybody treats them. Nobody actually treats them like dating apps. They treat them as hookup apps, and that's what makes it worse. Because I'm not a hookup person. And I feel like you probably aren't either. But it just sucks. It's like, no, I'm here to find dates, not hookups. No, I don't want to Netflix and chill. If somebody offers Netflix and chill one more time, I'm gonna break their TV. Like, God. Anyway. But if you go to dating apps, it's the desperation conglomeration. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I have met some cool people through the dating apps, but most of the people are fucking wild. Ugh. You look at them, you're like, oh yeah, there's a reason you're on this fucking app. Jesus. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've seen the depths of depravity through the eyes of my customer service experience, that I know the absolute lows that humanity can sink to. But it's also just like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Like, isn't it that hard to even like remotely be a normal human being, you know? Your opening line should not be telling me your dick size, you know? Like, that's not going to impress me. Also, you shouldn't do this at all, right? You shouldn't be sending people unsolicited dick pics, right? You shouldn't be doing this at all. But if you are, at least send your own dick, okay? Don't send a dildo in your underwear and try to play it off as your dick. It's very clearly, okay? This is from personal experience, okay? Personal experience. There's a reason why I don't go on dating apps, alright? People are they gotta chill. They gotta chill, man. They gotta chill. They don't know how to hold a conversation to save their lives either. I'll be like, oh yeah, what are you into? And they're like, not much, I'm just jerking it right now. I'm like, that is not what I'm asking. And I'm like, what kind of hobbies do you have? What do you like to do? I don't know, I'm jerking it right now. What about you? Haha. It's like, fucking stop. I'm trying to have a conversation. Stop it. Stop telling me that. Stop. God. Yeah, people are exhausting. People are exhausting. You say anything and they're like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm cooking. They're like, oh, haha, what if I was there? Then what were we doing? Like, probably still fucking cooking because I'm hungry. Like, probably still cooking. I'm not gonna drop what I'm cooking just so you can do whatever you think is gonna happen. Like, thank you for the headphones. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's very silly willy. I don't know. You think people would learn how to, I don't know, be fucking normal? Some can't do it. They just can't. I don't know. It's like they're formulaically built to not know how to do things normally. Unless you show up with a steak and sides and a bottle of wine, cooking. Yeah. I will continue to finish cooking. I don't care if you suddenly appeared, bro. Like, it's not happening. And it'll be like somebody you've literally only just swiped right to like 5 minutes ago that's already saying all that shit. I'm like, bro, I don't know you like that. Stop. Oh, I could never get into it. Anyways, back to yeah, it's gonna make me not hungry. It's gonna make me lose my appetite, dude. But yeah, so the reverse 7 of coins is very much a card of like, it feels like you're kind of just going through the motions, but you're not really putting your heart into it, into actually looking and finding what you're trying to find. And I think that's sort of like the key thing here for why you maybe feel like things aren't progressing in the way that maybe you hope they are, is because you're kind of just like, your heart's not in it. And if your heart's not in it when you're looking for love, how are you going to find love without your heart, you know? I think that's sort of the key takeaway here. Is you gotta put your whole Leonic Gussie into it. You gotta put your whole heart into it. And then that brings us to your Oracle card, which is Preserves, like Fruit Preserves, which is a card of security, forethought, and thriftiness, right? Taking care to set yourself up and prepare for the future. It's the slow build process. Things don't happen overnight, but rather they happen bit by bit over a longer period of time, so you eventually get what you're looking for at a later date, but it's what you're actually looking for, right? It's the preparing and setting yourself up for future success type of thing, right? So rather than look at it as I need to find somebody now, it's let me build things up so when I do find somebody in the future, everything's basically taken care of and prepared, you know? Everything's ready to go. I can just lock and load sort of thing. And that's what the Preserves card is. It's just kind of like focus on building a strong foundation for yourself so when it does eventually come, which it will, love will come, then you'll be ready to accept it with open arms, fully and wholly, you know? And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, right? Dark Magician. The ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense. I feel like this just says, like, you've already got a lot going on for you. You've already got so many wonderful qualities and traits. It's just a matter of building yourself up, setting yourself up for the future success. You've already got, you know, everything you need, all of the equipment. You're just setting up the tent right now. Like, you have the tent in a bag right now, and the cards are like, okay, well, now you got to take the tent out of the bag and start like connecting all the little poles and everything and start like hammering down the stakes and start actually assembling the tent, and then you can go camping, right? You know? So this is like you've already got everything that you need. Now you just got to actually prep it so you can actually start camping kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. But it does feel like you are on a good path for yourself. The cards are just like, take care of yourself. Focus on you. build yourself up so when the love does come, you can fully embrace it, you know. Also, hi, swordsman. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, I hope that helps, Leonix. I think you just gotta focus on knowing that you're already ready and good enough, but you're just prepping everything so when it does come, you'll have everything taken care of, kind of thing. You're getting all your ducks in a row for it, so that way you'll be more enthusiastically finding what you're looking for, you know. Dang, it brought up an ad for wings, and all I could think of it is how I have a pound or two of those downstairs in the freezer. Oh my god, you're gonna make wings? I love wings, dude. Oh my gosh. There's a wings place called Pluckers that I fucking love. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Pluckers. But they make such fucking good wings. But my favorite thing from them is their fried pickles. Dude, I love their fucking fried pickles. Holy shit, dude. Their fried pickles go so hard. Oh. Yeah, I love Pluckers. I would go with my family like all the time, and we'd get like the huge fucking orders of like all the different flavors of wings and stuff, and just go fucking crazy, go ham. I remember I was like fucking, I don't know, I was like 15 at the time. I was really young. I was like a kid. And the waiter was like, you're gonna eat all of that, when he saw that I had like piled high like a fuck ton of wings on my plate. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, there's no way you can eat like 100 wings. I was like, fucking bet. Alright? And he's like, if you manage to eat all of those wings, I will give you $20. I will like take $20 off of your tab. I was like, fucking bet, dude. I got this. I easily scarfed down all of those wings. Hell yeah. And he did actually take the $20 off the tab, which was really cool of him. Dealer's choice plus surprised me to my core. Oh my gosh. I don't mind $20. Yeah. I mean, all I had to do was just eat wings. Hell yeah, I could do that. You think I can't eat 100 wings? I also once ordered 100 McNuggets from the drive-thru. They had like a promo where it was like 40 nuggets was like, God, it was like $5 or something. It was like dirt fucking cheap. It was crazy. And I went, what if I just get like 2 things of 40 nuggets and like 1 thing of 20 nuggets, right? So I get 100 nuggets. So I go through the drive-thru and I'm like, hey, yeah, can I get 100 McNuggets? And they go, huh? I'm like, yeah, like 2 40 pieces, one 20 piece. And they go, oh, okay. What kind of sauce do you want? And I go, yes. And they go, huh? I go, yes. All of the sauce. Just give me every sauce. So they give me 2 bags. 1 bag is just all of my chicken nuggets. And the other bag is just filled to the brim with like a handful of every type of sauce that they have at the McDonald's. So one bag is literally the nuggets and the other bag is literally just the sauces. Dude, I had sauces for days. So I've in fact tried like every sauce at McDonald's because of that. I ate all of those nuggets and then I like immediately took the heaviest nap of my life, dude. I just passed the fuck out. I don't think I could eat 100 nuggets anymore. My stomach has shrank significantly over the years. I definitely eat a lot less than I used to when I was younger. Oh, old age getting to me. But I remember I did that, and then it was like 6 months later, I was like, I could probably still do that. And I did it again. I was like, why did I do that? I'm like shoveling the nuggets into my mouth. I'm like, wait, why did I do this to myself again for the second time? Favorite McDonald's nugget sauce? Easy. Honey mustard. The honey musty, dude. It hits. It's so good. That's my go-to. That's like the only one I get now whenever I order my nuggies is I get the honey musty. Once I had like 40, my legs start to shake. Oh my god. Alright. Next up in the queue. We just did Leonix. Next up is Tice Knits. McDonald's mukbang ASMR video when. I don't know if I could do a mukbang ASMR. I just, my stomach isn't as big as it used to be. I like barely eat like the normal size meals now. I feel full. Low-key, my flexes, I've never had McDonald's. Fucking how, dude? Aren't they like everywhere around the world? Don't they have like a fucking McDonald's in the fucking Pentagon? Like, don't they have a McDonald's in the Pentagon? What do you mean? You've never had McDonald's before? Never ever? That's crazy. One time when I was like a fucking kid, my grandpa and I, we went to Oregon to go see my my Theo graduate from, I think it was high school. Yeah, I think he went to like graduate high school, so we went to go see his graduation. So it was just me and my grandpa. We were there for like a week in Oregon, and all we had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner was McDonald's. I could not eat McDonald's for like a solid year after that. No, we never went out to eat. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy that you've never had McDonald's though. I mean, it's like a very like nostalgic flavor for me, and it's also like one of the cheapest options for like fast food. So it's always been popular just because you can get the most food for the least amount of money type of thing. That's crazy to think you've never had McDonald's. Like, you've never had the fucking specially scientifically formulated combination of fries and Coca-Cola. They've got food engineers, okay, working at McDonald's, right? In their McDonald's headquarters, concocting the perfect ratio for like the fucking fries and salt and like the cooking method in order to make like the optimal addicting combination for like the soda and the fries. Like they have like scientific formulas that they are doing to try to craft the optimal fast food at McDonald's. It's crazy. The McDonald's soft drinks are literally different from a lot of other restaurants because they literally have a different ratio for like the syrup to like the soda water when they make the soft drinks specifically for it. It's crazy. Oh my god, that means you've never had a McFlurry? You've never had an Oreo McFlurry, dude? You gotta get some McDonald's. You gotta get like the full spread. You gotta get a quarter pounder with cheese. You gotta get a 10-piece chicken nugget with all the sauces, so you can try every sauce with one bite in each different sauce. A fry and your favorite soda pop. You gotta get the full spread, and then of course an Oreo McFlurry to round it off for the night. You gotta try it all out. Sometimes I would go there back when their ice cream cones used to be like $1 or like $1.50. And you get just like a whole like vanilla soft serve ice cream cone for like $1.50. I would go there in the summer just so I could get a really fucking cheap ice cream. And the sushi roll / beer or Mega Mac. Oh my god, what the fuck? We don't got that over there. What the hell you got over there, Tremor? What the hell? Hello, are we getting McDonald's? Yeah, McDonald's. We're all just in the car right now. Like I'm driving the car and you guys are in the back. And you're like, McDonald's. And I'm also in the front, you know, I'm pulling in the drive-thru and I'm like, McDonald's. Instead of us going, no, we got food at home. We got McDonald's at home. You got McDonald's money. Welcome in. Oh, there's one store in Texas where the ice cream cone is like 69 cents. Nice. You gotta sing the McDonald's at the Pentagon song. Oh my gosh. I'm just still shocked that you've never had McDonald's before though, Brett. That's crazy. I wanna take your McDonald's virginity. Like I wanna see your reaction to McDonald's. Cause like it's not good, right? Like it's not like high quality, like damn, this is a really fucking good burger. But it's like a very distinct, very nostalgic, very, oh, this is McDonald's type of flavor. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's good because it's McDonald's, not because it's actually good. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I pick up 3 of those and I share with the kids. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, I love the ice cream cones. Ice cream cones really do hit so fucking hard. They're so good. I'm also a big fan because they also have smoothies there too. They also have coffee. Their coffee fucking sucks. I hate their coffee. But they have like a mango smoothie that's really yummy. Like the branding, no, like the flavor. Like McDonald's food has the McDonald's flavor. Like if you put like 3 burgers in front of me and you blindfolded me, I could absolutely tell you by taste which one was the McDonald's burger. Like it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad burger. It's just distinctly McDonald's fast food burger. I don't know how else to explain it to you. Like you eat it, you're like, this is good because this is McDonald's and I was craving specifically McDonald's flavor. Does that make sense? What end of the spectrum of the quality of McDonald's restaurants will you take them to? I mean, I feel like your first has to be like the best quality you can get. It's gotta be like the freshest. Like they just pulled the fries out of the fucking fryer and just freshly salted them, you know. And the drink is extra crisp and refreshing, and the burger was just made, you know, right then and there, super fast and still piping hot kind of thing. You know, I think that's what it's got to be. I mean, I think I've had a Burger King when I was like 6, and that was like my fast food. I mean, but see, Burger King's different from McDonald's. They got different flavor palettes, different flavor profiles, you know. One time I was specifically craving a McDonald's Sprite. They definitely have a taste. Yeah. McDonald's Fresh? That's a goddamn rarity in New York. I mean, you gotta get there when it's not super busy. When it's like jam-packed, like rush hour kind of stuff, it's gonna be a lot harder to get it super fresh. But if like it's kind of slow a little bit, you know, it's like late at night. If it's like one of those 24-hour McDonald's, you go there at like 3 a.m. You get that shit piping hot. It's so good. But yeah, it does specifically have a taste. Especially, I was just talking about it earlier, John, the McDonald's Sprite and like the McDonald's Coke, they literally changed the ratios to specifically make it taste different. So it goes best when you drink it while you're eating the fries. Like they specifically change it. Oh no, rush hour is the time to get it absolutely fresh. I don't know, from personal experience, I've always found that when it's slower, it's come out better for me. Having worked at one during rush hour, I don't know, maybe the ones I went to, they just make it fresh for me because they love me. Who knows? Maybe they just do it for me because they love me. That's what it is. Also, hi, Spicy Palm. Welcome in. Otherwise, we'd have meat on standby. They probably do. Yeah, they see me walk in. We're like, oh yeah, we gotta make it fresh for them. We gotta make it ultra fresh for them. We gotta make it perfectly salted. You gotta put out our best work. This is a Michelin critic coming in to evaluate us right now. And I'm like, excuse me. Can I have a quarter pounder with cheese, please? They go right away. Please be sure to leave us a good review. But yeah, it's good. I think you gotta get it fresh. You gotta get it. freshly made. Excuse me, can I have 100 McNuggies, please, to go? Yeah, exactly. They've always been chill. They've always been nice. I'm like, I never rush them, you know. Oh, making it something a little off normal ensures you don't get someone's forgotten order. Yeah, I mean, for the most part. Like I said, I've mentioned whenever I get the hot and spicy McChicken, I always get it with extra mayo because it's always a battle to make sure that it's actually properly mayoed, you know, right? Because when you order it, there's like the chance that it could be perfectly done and you have just the right amount of mayo for it to like balance it out so it's not dry. But also sometimes they don't put enough and then it's like super dry, right? What items should they get as a first time meal? See, I was saying they should get like the quarter pounder with cheese probably, and the like a 10-piece McNuggets, that's like enough, and then of course like the fries and a drink. And if they want to get like an Oreo McFlurry, they totally could. If you feel like a quarter pounder might be too much though, you could definitely just like get like a normal cheeseburger or something. But it's fairly cheap. It's fairly cheap. Like all things considered, you can easily get a full like large like meal for like less than $20. Are you ordering McDonald's right now? Yeah, maybe the $5 meal deal, the McDouble, 4 nuggets, fries, and a soda, and add on a mini McFlurry. Yeah, that's a good idea. I forgot they have the $5 meal deal thing now. Yeah, capitalize on that. That's gonna be your first one. They have the chicken wraps again. I think they're overrated. Personally, I think the chicken wraps are overrated. I'm just not a big wrap person. I don't know. Cause like, it's just a cold tortilla, you know? Like it's not even like a hot, like fresh tortilla. It's like a shitty one. Like a shitty cold tortilla with like fucking lettuce and shit in it. It's just, I don't know. I think they're overrated personally. If I want lettuce, I'll just have a fucking salad. I'll have a normal ass salad. Okay, it's set Sunday the 21st McDonald's review. Yeah! McDonald's. It's gonna be so yummy. I'm sure it's gonna be so tasty for you. I have a fucking tracking break, bro. What? Hello? Are we good? Okay. So weird. I'm feeling hungry again. Yeah, get some food. Let's see what we got for the reading for Tice Knits. What we got for you, Tice? For your dealer's choice reading. I agree with the rap criticism. Yeah, because I'm right. I have, in fact, the correct opinion. I'm going to a con and then order McDonald's with the leftover money. Yeah. It's gonna be so yummy. Also, hi, J-Bomb. Welcome in. Dare you Dazzler. How's the tarot been so far? It's been good. We've been yapping. We found out that Bread's never had McDonald's before, like ever. So we've been trying to tell them, you know, what's the best to order, you know, what should they order, and trying to convince them to get some McDonald's. Yeah, now everybody's hungry. Everybody's like, damn, I'm hungry now. You tried the best and I tried the rest. That is a very McDonald's slogan. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Cause like, okay, I don't like Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks because it's not good coffee. It's fucking over roasted to the point where it's very burnt and bitter, and I can taste that. And then like all of the other drinks are just like way too fucking sugary sweet. So it's either you get burnt coffee or you get like cloyingly sweet coffee with like a burnt aftertaste from it, or you get a drink that doesn't have any coffee. I do like their refreshers. Okay, I do like their refreshers. They have like, which is basically like juice with caffeine in it. Their refreshers are good. I'll give them that. But their coffee fucking sucks. But yeah, so but that's different, I think, because McDonald's isn't like burnt. It's not bad. It's just for that price point, it's very iconic. It's iconic. It's an iconic flavor. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's not the burger you reach for when you're like, damn, I want like a really high quality juicy burger. You like, no, you're like, I'm craving McDonald's. I want McDonald's. It's like pregnancy cravings, but everybody gets them. Low-key Dunkin' Donuts refreshers are better than that. Oh, I should try those. I haven't had the Dunkin' Donuts refreshers. I've only had the Starbucks ones because they had like a Starbucks and like a bookstore that I was like at and I was like going through. And I wanted a drink. And I saw that they had the refreshers, so I got one. And it was pretty yummy. It was like dragon fruit and something else in it. It was pretty yummy. But I should try the Dunkin' Donuts ones. The Dunkin' Donuts coffee is also, I think, better than the Starbucks coffee. So if I had to pick between like Dunkin' Donuts coffee and Starbucks coffee, I'm picking the Dunkin' Donuts. But Dunkin' Donuts also has the thing where it can be very, very sweet. So you have to be careful because those syrups are fucking powerful, dude. I don't know what kind of like hyper fucking sugar that they're putting in there, but that shit can send you into like comatose, like fucking glucose shock or some shit if you're not careful. Going to a con, grab a bag of burgers or fried chicken and see the deals you get from Artist Alley for delivery. Honestly, saying this as somebody who used to table at Artist Alley, the hardest thing was getting food, right? Because like, oh my god, I remember I had a friend. I was like, okay, I have 2 passes. I have one for me for being the artist, and I have one for an assistant. And I will let you have the assistant pass if you help me set up my table, help me take down my table when the convention's done, and you bring me food when I'm hungry, right? And you take over for like the 5 minutes I might need to use the bathroom. I'm like, if you can just do that, you can basically have a free pass to this convention. And they were like, okay, yeah. So I give them the pass. They did not help me set up my table. They did not bring me any food. They did not watch over my table when I needed to go to the bathroom. They did not help me take down my fucking booth. They basically just got a free pass for doing literally nothing. I was like, bro, I was not asking you to do that much. Somebody else ended up helping me set up my table, and then my neighbor artist ended up watching my table while I went to like the bathroom, and I just didn't fucking eat. Because I couldn't leave the convention to go get food. So I'm just like starving while they're having the fucking time of their life at the convention. I'm like, bro, that's all I fucking asked. So yeah, I think if you did actually bring food into like a fucking Artist Alley and you like offered to like basically run delivery for them to get them food in exchange for like a discount on like their art or whatever, I'm sure some of them probably would pick you up on that offer. Never trust that person again. Oh, well, we stopped being friends several years ago because they owed me money. They owed me like $50, and I was just kind of like, hey man, are you gonna pay me back for the $50 you owe me? And he was just like, no, I'm not. I was like, damn, bro, jeez. He's like, no, I'm a different person now. I don't need to pay that. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, dude? You still owe me the $50 regardless of who you were today versus yesterday. You still owe me the $50. It's a Bronx Tale. You paid $50 to get rid of that guy. Oh my god. No, it was that, and it was just like a lot of things. Like, we were initially very close friends, but I could kind of tell that we were going in very different directions as people. And he was kind of growing into like a completely different person than what I knew, and I was growing into a different person than probably what he knew. And our friendship just kind of broke after that. and we just never really talked to each other after that. It wasn't just about the $50. It was like a bunch of stuff. You're back, you had to deal with some transphobes. Oh, dude, that sucks, dude. Fuck transphobes. Fuck transphobes. All my homies hate transphobes. But yeah, no, there was like one instance. This was when Donald Trump was going against Hillary Clinton, okay? And I was like, and I told him, I'm like, you gotta make sure you vote, right? And he was like, there's no need for me to vote because Donald Trump, there's no way he's gonna win. And I don't even need to vote to do it. And I'm like, if you say that, you're, you know, like, I was literally like, if you say that, you're literally gonna make it so he's gonna fucking win. He was like, there's no way he's gonna win, and if he does win, I'll let you smack me. I'll let you smack me in the face. And I said, fine, okay, sure. Well, guess who won the fucking election back then? So when I hang out with him again, I'm like, hey, remember when you said that you didn't want to fucking vote in the presidential election because you said it didn't matter and there's no way Donald Trump would win, and that if he did win, I could slap you in the face? And then his response was, if you slap me in the face, I'll punch you. Brother, you're the one who offered. You're the one who made this bet. You can't even handle the fire. You're cooking in the kitchen, but you can't even handle the fire being thrown your way. Like, what are we talking about? That was the. It's not even about it's not even about the politics at that point. It's a matter of, you said that if this happened, I could do this, and now when push comes to shove, you're gonna fight back against it. Yeah, exactly. It's not even about the election at that point. It's about making the statement. It's about making a promise. It's about making a commitment to yourself. Yeah, you were talking all of that shit, and then when push came to shove, I would have more respect if he would have been like, all right, and like, let me grimace, you know, and wait for the hit, you know, kind of thing. If he had done that, I probably would have just like lightly like fucking tapped him. There's no way I probably would have actually fucking slapped him. Like, I'm not actually that kind of person, and I'm sure he would have known that too. So that's just what makes it even weaker, you know? Is like, there's no way I would have actually slapped him that fucking hard. At most, it would have been like a fucking like a little bap to the cheek kind of thing. I don't want to actually slap anyone, but the point still stood. Is like, he was like so confident about it that he even made like the thing about like, oh yeah, if he actually wins, you can slap me in the face for it. Okay, bitch. Well, he won, so you know, better grit those teeth, brother. Well, if you slap me, I'm gonna punch you in the face, brother. You're the one who suggested it. I wasn't even the one who said I'll slap you if he wins. I wasn't even the one who brought it. You brought that up, you know. Yeah, it's not about the $50 and it's not about voting. Then what is it about? It's about the integrity. It's about the integrity, you know? It's about the integrity of the person. That's what matters. I think that's the key thing. Cause if he had just been like, yeah man, like, fuck, you were right, alright. I did make a promise, let me grit my teeth and wait for it, and I wouldn't have actually slapped him. It's about making the following through on your commitments and on what you say. Yeah, that's what matters most. It's the same with like the $50. Because even if he had just said, oh yeah, things have just been a little rough for me right now. Is the voting guy the same as the $50 guy? Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. If he had just said, whenever I asked about like when he was gonna pay me back, he could have just been like, oh yeah, you know, money's tight right now, but I do plan on paying you back when I get that. I would have been like, oh yeah, okay man, like I understand, you know? But it was the fact that I was like, hey man, are you gonna pay me back? And he was like, no, I'm not paying you back. I'm not giving you back the money. I was like, what? What? Hello? Yeah. And so it was just like, all of that was kind of like me realizing like, oh, he's not the person that I was friends with in the beginning. We've both grown into different people, and he's not learning how to hold himself accountable for even these small things. How can I trust to hold him accountable for the bigger things? And this is the same guy who was like, if you just like, you know, help me at the convention while I'm tabling at the convention, you basically can get a free pass. And then couldn't really even do that. So it was just a pattern of non-accountability, non-commitment, like a lack of like integrity. That was the main thing that made me be like, okay, I can't stay friends with you, kind of thing. It's not even necessarily that he didn't vote. It's not necessarily that he didn't pay me back the $50. It's about the fact that he couldn't follow through, you know? Yeah, being considerate of others, especially friends, is a vital character trait. Yeah, like, I feel like I don't even ask that much, you know? It's just, it's crazy. But you gotta set your boundaries. You gotta realize what the big key things is, and sometimes it's just the fact that somebody doesn't want to own up to shit that they gotta own up to. It's okay to fuck up, you know, but like you still gotta own up to the fact that you fucked up. And some people will never do that. They will say that they fucked up over their own cold dead body, you know? And there's not much you can do for them at that point. But yeah, let's see what we got for you, Tice, for your dealer's choice reading. What do you gotta say to Tice? Just in case you didn't know, we really appreciate you. I appreciate you guys too. I really do. I've been a little ranty today. I don't normally rant. I just normally yap, but I guess, I don't know. Something inside of me needed to rant, so it's a ranting kind of day. Alright, let's grab your oracle card, Tice. Sometimes you just gotta let out all your vibes, all your emotions, you know. You feel lighter, you feel freer when you do, when you just let it all out. And now for your Yu-Gi-Oh card. So we got okay, we got all of the cards for you, Tice. So let's put them up on the screen. Starting with there we go. And then the third card is there we go. Alright, Tice, for your reading, for what the cards feel like you needed to hear right now, in order of left to right, we have the reverse 10 of Cups, we have the 8 of Coins, and we have the 9 of Coins. And then for your Oracle card, we have Hedge, like a hedge maze, like bushes. And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Despair from the Dark. So, let's go ahead and start breaking this down for you, starting with the reverse 10 of Cups, right? The reverse 10 of Cups is a card of, it feels like you're clinging on to something that maybe you need to become detached from. You're very deep in the trenches of something that maybe you need to take a step back, take a step away, take a breather, you know? It could be a person, could be a situation, but whatever the case is, this is a card of like, hey, I think you're a little too involved. I think you're a little too in the nitty gritty, and you gotta take a step back from this to fully evaluate and see what's happening, you know? That's what the reverse 10 of Cups is. It's you're a little too lost in the sauce right now, right? Did you know that e-girls are called eye-ladies? So dumb, I love that. I've never heard anybody refer to them as that. Eye-ladies nuts on your face. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. You did get me on that one. I'll say that. Yes, I'll say that you got me on that one. You did, in fact, got him. Right, and then we followed up with the 8 of Coins, right? And the 8 of Coins is a card of craftsmanship. It's a card of kind of finding beauty anywhere you look for it. I think you'd be surprised that the solution is maybe closer than you think, and it's just a matter of changing your perspective and changing your view on things, right? What you're trying to look for, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to achieve is, I think, much more within arm's reach of you than maybe you actually see, right? It's a matter of, you know, reevaluating what's already at hand, what you already have in your possession. You know, it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Food Network show Chopped, right? But they like give them like a bunch of random ingredients, you know, like you have to make a dish out of ramen noodles, applesauce, and like fucking 4 cheese like pizza, right? And they have to create like a gourmet dish out of that. You've got all the things there. I think it's just a matter of changing your perspective for how to utilize them and how to actually use those things to help you, right? You gotta MacGyver things a little bit. You gotta figure out how you want to approach the situation with what you already have at hand. But I think it can be done, right? Ramen pizza. Well, some of them will get crazy. They'll be like, yeah, so I used the ramen seasoning packet to create an instant broth that I then infused the applesauce into to create like a savory apple coulis that I then used as I blitzed the crust from the fucking pizza to turn it into a pie crust, so then I can make a savory cheese and pie or whatever. I don't know. Fucking they do some crazy ass shit in Chopped. It's really funny. But the point still stands, is like, I think you just gotta look outside the box. You gotta think outside the box. You already have everything on hand. Use what you already have on hand to create your solutions, right? And I think that'll help break you out of this rut of where to go from here. And then that brings us to your next card, which is the 9 of Coins. And the 9 of Coins is a card of doing things for you. Doing things that you have your own interests in, pulling yourself in the direction of what sparks joy for you, right? It's solitary enjoyment of the good things in life. Doing things for yourself because they interest you, right? Doing things where your own interests lie. Where is it drawing you towards? What are you actually interested in doing? What do you want to learn more about? What are you trying to improve and grow from, right? That's what the 9 of Coins is very much about. It's like doing things for your sake, for your own curiosity, and for your own enjoyment, right? And I think you'll find more solutions that way too. I'm kind of empty inside and fed up with life these days. You gotta find what actually keeps you going, right? Like, I definitely get that. But I think you have to find what's actually interesting to you. What is actually something you look forward to. Like, for me, it might seem, I think, dumb to a lot of people, but one of the things that literally keeps me going is seasonal anime. Seasonal anime. Because you get a new episode every week to look forward to. So at least once a week, there is one new episode of something that I'm excited to see, right? And then once that ends, well, now it's the new season. Let's see if there's a new anime that I can have at least one new episode a week for, you know? But they have a bunch of different things that it could be that could push you forward, that could keep you going, right? I think it's just a matter of what interests you. Like I said, for me, it's seasonal anime. For you, it could be something else. It could be something equally as small. I don't think you need to have some grandstanding purpose to keep you moving forward, but rather just what is it that you enjoy? Maybe you like cooking. Maybe you like gardening. Maybe you like, making coffee really fucking good. Maybe you like baking. Maybe you like sewing or something. Maybe you like painting your nails or cutting hair, or I don't know. Maybe you like going to the gym. Whatever it is. What is it that you actually enjoy doing? And I think you should make that something to look forward to. Start setting goals for yourself. Small goals, of course. But I think doing small goals to find what you already have at your disposal that you already like to do, and then use that to become the thing that moves you forward, you know? Also, hi Axel, welcome in. So like I said, for me, it's seasonal anime. I look through the entire catalog of all of the new anime that come out every season, and I find usually at the very bare minimum in like the absolute worst seasons, there's at least like 3, but like even just one can keep me going, right? So now I have one new anime that comes out, one new episode a week. So I watch the episode, like, okay, well, now I gotta make it to next week because I gotta see what happens next episode, right? And then you keep going and keep going, and then once that anime ends, okay, well, it's a new season. Let's check the new seasonal anime catalog. What's coming out this season? I've been doing that for like 5 years now. Like 5 years of just like constantly looking through and watching the seasonal anime to keep myself moving forward. And when it first happened, when I first found that seasonal anime, I was very much in, I think, like the deepest depths of my depression. It was not a good time. I was very much just struggling to survive. It was really bad. But there was an anime that came out. It was called Sweetness and Lightning. And it was a very wholesome cooking anime about a single dad who is grieving the loss of his wife as he tries to learn how to cook so he can feed his daughter delicious and nutritious meals. And it's just like the story of them getting together and making the food together and eating. And it's just a very genuine, wholesome, sweet story. And it would come out every Monday, right? That was when it aired. It aired Monday. So every Monday I would watch an episode. I'd be like, okay, well, now I have to wait till next week so I can see the next episode of this, right? And there was like 12 or 13 episodes when it first started and when I first started watching it. And by the time the 13th episode came out, I was in a different place in my life, and I was already feeling better mentally. I think the worst of it had passed in terms of my depression slump and stuff like that. And I kind of realized, like, oh, wait, life isn't as bad as I thought, because I kept kind of moving forward, you know? Even if the only thing that was pushing me forward was, well, I gotta tune into the next episode of the anime that comes out on Monday, right? I think you just gotta find something small for yourself. It doesn't need to be any big, crazy, huge, life-changing, pushing reason for you to keep moving forward, but I think you still need to find just something that you love to keep you moving forward. Like I said, if it's like plants, well, okay, well, I have to water my plants tomorrow, so I gotta make sure I live to see tomorrow so I can water my plants. Or, oh, well, there's a new Pokemon game that comes out next year. I gotta save money so I can buy the new Pokemon game when it comes out so I can play it, I think small things like that. So true. I got here because I got to see the end of the Demon Slayer anime get animated. Yeah, I believe in you. My roommate's a huge fan of Demon Slayer. He's got like all of the novels. I've seen the anime, and the anime is really good. I watched the movie when it came out, and the movie was also really fucking banger. So good taste. It is a good anime. But I think you gotta find what direction you want to go in simply by what does bring you joy, because there has to be something, even something small, right? Even if it's something as small as you like eating good food. Okay, well, what good food can you look forward to eating, right, in the future? What can you keep moving yourself forward for, you know? I'm lost and I don't know. I mean, that's the thing though, is I can't tell you what you like. I can't tell you what you should keep moving forward for. But I think the thing is you gotta just take a step back to try to see what you do like, you know? Like I said, if it's food, if it's just you want to eat something tasty, you want to eat a meal that's delicious, you know? Okay, well then now you can start looking for recipes or restaurants to go to that have really yummy food. I think, do you have like hobbies or anything before like the depression that you did enjoy? Maybe you liked drawing, maybe you liked music, maybe you liked cooking, maybe you liked anything like that. Like I said, I default to good food because everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to eat. So I think you should be able to eat yummy food if you're going to eat. Also, Chummer, thank you for the gift sub to Tice. Also, good food is always good. It could just be like, there's a streamer you like to watch. Well, I gotta tune into their next stream. You know, I gotta watch what they come out with. You know, what they're streaming next, kind of thing. I'm not saying it has to be me. It just, you know, in general. But I think it is very much a thing of what does bring you joy. I do see that you do feel sort of lost, right? Especially because you have, for your Oracle card, you have Hedge, right? Hedge is a card of potential. It's also a card of boundaries, and it's also a card of indecision, not knowing which way to go. Like I said, it's like a hedge maze. There's a bunch of different directions. There's lots of twists and turns. You can't really see the actual clear path ahead of you, and so you feel like, you know, lost. You don't know which way to actually go, but you can make it through. And fun fact about mazes, right? If you put your hand on the left wall and you just keep walking left and you stick to that wall and you don't move your hand off of it, you will eventually come to the exit. You will eventually make it out. So if you ever do find yourself lost in a maze, right, with walls, just putting your hand on one wall and just keep walking forward, you will eventually find your way out. And I think life is very similar to that as well, right? It may take you a bit longer than if you just happen to find the exit but on your own, right? But you will make it out, right? Just putting your hand on that wall and moving forward, and you just keep moving forward, and you know, based off of the fact that everything's connected, you will eventually find yourself out. I don't know if you guys ever get stuck in a maze like that. That's that's how you free yourself. But I think it's the same with that as well, is just finding that one small thing to keep slowly moving forward with, right? Also, Axel, thank you for the gifts of the tremor as well. Thank you. Yeah, you gotta find just one small thing for yourself to keep moving forward, and it does get better, and you do find yourself in a better place 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months from now. And I say that because I lived it. All right, like I said, I was in the actual pits of depression when it first happened. When I started watching seasonal anime, when I watched that anime, I was literally at the lowest I think I had ever been in years. Like, literally contemplating calling the hotline kind of levels, right? Of like, what is the point? Just like barely existing kind of feelings. And I'm not at that point anymore, which I'm really thankful for. But it was really rough. It's like, you do, I think, lose sight very easily of the joys of life, the small wonders and good things in the world, because your brain is really mean, and your brain says really stupid things, and sometimes your brain it needs to shut the fuck up, you know? Also, my god, Trevor, thank you for the gifts of to Axel as well. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's not really some big, yeah, it's as Leonic said, it's not really some big life-changing moment where you go like, oh, I get it, everything's better now. It's just a bunch of small changes. Yeah, like you gotta start appreciating the tiny things in your life. Like when you just get a really nice cup of like coffee from like the coffee shop and you drink the coffee, you're like, man, this is good coffee, you know? Or if you notice, like my favorite season is winter. I love winter. So whenever it starts hitting autumn, well, like autumn and winter are like my favorite. Once it starts hitting autumn, I get so excited. Because then the air starts getting colder and the leaves start turning pretty colors, and then when they start falling, they make a crunchy sound, you know? So whenever I see the leaves and I'm out walking, I like to jump on the leaves so I can hear them crunch. And then I get to pull out all my favorite sweaters, and I get to grab all of my favorite scarves out of my closet, and I get to stockpile on so much hot cocoa. We go through so much hot cocoa in our house, it's crazy. But you have to find, I think, the small things to live for. It's never gonna be some big, oh, I'm cured, you know, like, my depression is gone now, I'm healed, I see the world, I want to live because everything is better now kind of thing. Because I still have depression. I've had depression for probably almost all of my life. And there are certainly periods where it's worse than others. There's times when it goes way lower, and there's times where it's not as bad. And you just kind of have to remember that the times where your depression really hits really low and you don't even feel sad, you just feel numb and you feel empty, you have to find something to move yourself forward with. And like I said, for me, it was seasonal anime and yummy food, you know, thinking, what can I make to make the taste yummy? Yeah, like me. Yeah. I'm letting you know this because, like I said, I was in your footsteps. I was in your shoes. I was in the exact spot you were in right now, where I felt nothing. It's not that I felt sad. It's not that I felt lonely. It's not that I felt anything. The problem was that I felt nothing, right? I felt like if I disappeared, nothing would happen, kind of thing. And I think that is probably the scariest feeling to have, is that feeling. And I think you just have to remind yourself that there are a lot of really good things in this world, a lot of small little things in this world that can be enjoyed, like a really, really fucking good ice cream. Dude, I love mint chocolate chip ice cream so fucking much. I eat that shit up. I fucking love mint chocolate chip ice cream. Right? There can be small things like, oh, well, there's a new seasonal anime. Oh, well, there's a new manga. Oh, well, there's a new book that just came out. Oh, well, there's a new video game that seems kind of interesting. Maybe I should play that video game. Oh, well, I played that video game and it was pretty good. Maybe I'll look up art of the characters, you know? I think you have to find... There's 3 things they say are really good for you, right? There's, especially in terms of hobbies to have. There is, consumption, creation, and community, right? You want a hobby where you consume something. So, like, for instance, you watch anime. Like, I'm saying this as an example. You want a hobby where you create something, right? This could be baking, this could be drawing, this could be writing, this could be music, you know? And then you need one where you have community, where you can talk with people. For me, that's fandom. I like talking with my friends about all of the yaoi pictures we draw together, kind of thing. Yeah, see, I was in my early 20s when my depression hit too, that hard. Yeah, I'm exhausted in my 20s. I damn get depression by thinking about how long I have to live. I mean, you gotta think from a different perspective. You have to literally train your brain. You have to train your brain to stop thinking like that. It's tough. You'll probably still fall into some bad habits, but you literally have to train your brain to stop saying that shit. Like, you have to tell it, no, stop thinking like that, right? Which is easier said than done, but it is something that needs to be done. And that's usually when you go to therapy, that's what they teach you, is like you gotta teach your brain how to break out of those cycles and how to view things differently. You have to literally teach yourself to think differently when it comes to depression. And then, of course, they give you meds, and the meds help with the chemical imbalances that are also making your brain say all of those things. But then the therapy teaches you how to actually catch yourself when you start thinking that way, so you can break yourself out of the spiral. That's why it's important to have both the meds and the therapy together to coexist, because they work in harmony, right? The meds take care of the physical ailment of depression, which is changing that sort of chemical imbalance in your brain, helping all of those chemicals get rearranged into the proper levels that they need to be, right? Which makes it a lot easier for your brain to think more clearly. You will probably feel less like cloudy in your head as well. And then the therapy aspect helps teach you how to properly train your brain to break out of those bad habits, of those trains of thoughts that are not helpful and that are negative, right? But I say this as somebody who has experienced what you're experiencing. You know, it does get better. It does get better. It does get easier. There's still days, you know, where I'm not at my best, but I've built up, you know, friendships with people that I can trust, who are there for me. I've got, you know, a partner who cares for me. I've got a community that cares for me. You know, you gotta set up some fail safes for yourself, so whenever things do, you know, inevitably dip down, because it does happen, you know. I don't think anybody's 100% cured from depression, but you find better ways to manage it as you get older and as you get more experience and as you deal with more and more things, right? Because it is just a matter of slowly but surely finding the small things for yourself, right? You gotta live your life like it's a Ghibli movie. I don't know if you've ever seen like a Ghibli movie, a Ghibli movie, however you want to say it. But it's like the appreciation of the small, slow moments in your life. Trusting and enjoying those little things, right? Because it does get better. And right now you're like, but I don't feel anything. How am I ever gonna feel anything ever again, right? Like, there's no way I'll feel anything ever again because I don't feel anything right now. And I mean, it does get better. It does. You will feel things again. You just have to stick around long enough to actually feel them again, but you will. You know? I believe in you. Like I said, it's easier said than done, but it can be done. Yeah, I was pretty depressed when I was 20-something, and I threw myself into so many projects I no longer had time to be depressed. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very common. It's very common, yeah, because the very depths of my depression, I was definitely in my early 20s. I was probably like 22 or 23 when that happened. Yeah, and I'll be 229 this year in VTuber years. Oh yeah, and then that brings us, by the way, to your Yu-Gi-Oh card. And your Yu-Gi-Oh card is Despair from the Dark, right? If this card is sent from your hand or your deck to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, special summon this card. I think it is a matter of, I mean, there's something that can only be found when you are in those, I think, depths, is recognizing what's already around you, what you already have at hand, right? It's a matter of, you have to force yourself to notice the little things. Even if it's just something as small as, damn, this is a really good cup of coffee. Or, oh wow, like my ramen noodles I just made are like perfectly fucking done. I made the perfect ratio of broth to noodles. You know, or maybe it's just, damn, I perfectly cooked this toast. It's like perfectly golden brown. All of these are food examples, but my point still stands. My point still stands. It doesn't have to be food, but I mean, food makes me happy, so that's why I usually default to food myself. But I think it is just a matter of, there are a lot of really wonderful and beautiful things to live for in this world that are already right next to you. And I think it's just a matter of trying to pry yourself away from the feeling of nothing in order to try to force yourself to live in the moment and to experience the actual tangible sensations that are already in front of you, right? Tangible sensations like, this cup is warm, you know, this blanket is soft. I just took my blankets out of the dryer and they're freshly laundered and they smell really nice, so they smell like laundry detergent, right? And they're still warm from the dryer and they're soft, you know, that kind of stuff. I didn't know how to be present. I mean, that's the thing, though. That's something you have to learn. It is something you just have to learn. You have to focus and be like, I am feeling this coffee cup, right? And you have to use all of your senses, right? So you see the sight, you look at the coffee cup, you try to see, okay, well, what color, what shape, how does it feel in my hands, right? Does it have any imperfections? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Is it glossy? You know, is it ceramic? Is it, you know, is it pottery? Is it, like metal? What kind of cup is it? Does it have any pretty designs on it? Kind of stuff. That's sight. You've got sound. Maybe you listen to, you know, the room around you. Do you hear the AC? Do you hear the birds or cars? Or do you hear kids outside playing? Do you hear dogs barking? You know, you've got the touch. Does it feel warm? Does it feel warm? Taste it. What does it taste like? Is it bitter? Is it sweet? Is it spicy? Is it, you know, what does it taste like? I think you have to genuinely focus on just every aspect and sort of slowly go through all of your sensations. So sight, sound, touch, smell, taste. And I think that sort of helps ground you in the present. Bark like a dog, but I'm wearing cat ears, dude. That don't make any sense. Why would I bark like a dog? Right? I've literally got cat ears on. Silly. Also, hi, fertile and flexible. Welcome in. But I think you just gotta... You have to force yourself to be present and be in the moment in order to break yourself out of that. And then that's when you can start to appreciate the small things. Because then you'll start developing preferences. Like for me, I love iced coffee. That's my favorite. I fucking love iced coffee, dude. Iced coffee hits summertime and wintertime. I drink that shit in the winter too. It's refreshing as hell. Vietnamese iced coffee. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good, dude. I love Vietnamese iced coffee. You get a oh my god, roasted pork banh mi. And a Vietnamese iced coffee. That's the good shit in the world right there. Condensed. I love banh mi. Vietnamese food is so fucking good. It's so good, dude. But yeah. You just gotta find the small, simple things that you can focus on that are already around you. And I think that'll help sort of draw you back into the present area of where you actually are and let you experience things, you know? But the world around you is already beautiful. You just gotta see it. You gotta force yourself to look at it. You know? It's like when you put on glasses for the first time and you can see every single leaf on a fucking tree. You're like, holy shit, was everybody's vision always this HD the whole time? Was I really missing out on all of this? I can see every single leaf on this tree. This feels wrong. I shouldn't be able to see that. I feel like I'm peeking into the forbidden world. I don't know if you guys wear glasses. I don't know how much that sticks with my audience. Look. I feel like you have like supervision when that shit kicks in. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I hope that helps, Tice. Hopefully that's kind of what you needed to hear right now for everything. Very relevant here. Yeah, when you get like new glasses and they have like the new like strength prescription for like your glasses and you put them on, you're like, whoa, I can see everything. Every single detail can be perceived by me now. I can see each individual blade of grass from a distance. It's scary. I feel like it's too much power. I go like power drunk for like a second when I put on my new glasses. Do people just see like that normally? Is that real? I feel like there's no way people just normally see that well. Do they? Anybody in here with perfect vision? Can you confirm that you can just casually see that shit? Mine are like metal sonic blue, but the frames are translucent. Ooh, that's cool. I have like gold wire frames. You got perfect vision? Oh my god, what's it like to just see? You can see that? That's fucked up, dude. I don't think that should be legal. That feels like... I feel like we need to gatekeep that from you. That's too much power. That's too powerful, man. I can't drive without glasses. Very relevant. I feel like we need a poll. How many guys wear glasses? Hold on, let me make this poll. I'm curious now. Okay. Well, we'll do 2-minute poll. There we go. I gotta know the truth. I gotta see what our demographic is. Are we all fucking blind except for Leonix? I see Leonix is the one who voted no on the glasses poll. When singular vote says no. Is it just me? Yeah, I hope that helps, Tice. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I know what you're going through, because I went through the exact same thing. It's just a matter of you literally have to train your brain to stop thinking that way, and you have to force yourself to be present in the world. And it can be tough, but it can be done, and things will get easier, and things do get better. My eyes are stronger, oh my god. Yeah, you're the only one so far that's voted no, that you don't wear glasses. That's crazy. That's fucked up. You probably got long vision. Closer things in small print will be harder to see. Oh, my Blaze like, actually, there's no way you could have perfect vision. I had to find a way that you have a flaw in your vision. Okay, next up is Red Spirit, who wanted Dare's choice for a tarot reading. Nah, I can close up too. Damn, Leonix just flexing on everybody. Like, you don't know how to see perfectly? Couldn't be me. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Look at that. Look at that. 6 of you voted yes that you wear glasses, and only 1 person voted no. And that person's currently in chat bragging. Let's see what we got for you, Red Spirit, for your dealer's choice. Being a bitch. Yeah, a little bit, but you're being a cute bitch, so I'll let it slide. You can see everything for me. I'll point out everything and tell you to see. But, you know, Leonix, even with your perfect vision, you still couldn't see that fucking D's nuts joke I dropped on you a couple days ago. Fucking SawCon. Even with your perfect vision, you didn't see that, did you? Fucking got him. Yeah, you'll be a great seeing eye dog then. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, no, I just played along because it was funny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's true. Yeah, Jeremy, I love spending time with you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let's see what we got for Red Spirit. It is the truth. As soon as you said SawCon, I said out loud to the dismay of those around me, SawCon these nuts. Yeah, it's a good joke. It's a good joke. I'm very proud of it. You gotta hit them with the D's nuts every now and then. Keep them on their toes. I don't pull them out every now and that often because, you know, I keep you on your toes. If I'm always dropping D's nuts jokes, then you'll always expect them. But if it's only on rare occasion, you'll never know. It's the element of surprise. That's what really makes a D's nuts joke land. Now let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Red Spirit. The elephant of surprise. Yeah. The elephant of surprise, you're so right. He's stomping in like he owns the place. It was pretty surprising. How did the elephant even get here? He does own the place. Oh my gosh. It's his room. We're stepping into his territory. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Mr. Elephant. I didn't know. I didn't know you fucked like that. An interesting reading. Okay. We got all of the cards for you, Red Spirit, for your reading. So let's go ahead and put them up on the screen for you. Starting with... All the surprise is canonically also the elephant in the room. I love that for him. He's got one job and he does it so well. Alright, and then this one is... There we go. Alright. We've got all of the cards for you read. For your what the cards needed to tell you kind of reading. So in order of left to right, we have the Six of Coins, we have the Strength card, and we have the Reverse Moon card. And then for your Oracle card, we have Moth. And for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Chaos End. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you and what they mean, starting with the Six of Coins. The Six of Coins is a card of abundance. It's the sweet fruits of your labor, all of your hard work and your time and your energy. It feels like it's finally coming to fruition and it's finally starting to pay off, right? All of the blood, sweat, and tears, it feels like it's finally starting to culminate into what you've been working hard towards this whole time, right? And then we also followed up with the Strength card. And that Strength card is also sort of solidifying that you've got the strength to keep moving forward. That you are still finding a way to endure through whatever life is throwing at you and moving forward in your own direction, you know? It's the card of like proof of your character. No matter what lemons life decides to throw at your head, you are just shoving them into the lemonade machine. You are a lemonade machine, right? It's a lemonade for days. And then interestingly though, we follow it up with the Reverse Moon card. And that feels also sort of like duplicated / reiterated by the Moth card, which we'll get to in a second. But the Moon card is a card of, it's normally like the changing of the tides, but it's also, you know, it's nighttime, it's dark, it's like mysterious. There's something in the shadows with the Reverse Moon card. Things that can't be seen that maybe feel a little scary right now because they're kind of, you know, you can't really see them. They're cloaked in mystery. It feels like there are some things just out of sight, just out of view for you that maybe you should be attentive of and you should be careful for, because it's really hard to see at night. Unless you got a flashlight, which I don't know if you have a flashlight. But it does feel like this is a card warning you to be careful because you can't fully see everything around you. It's very easy for things that have maybe not the best intentions to sneak up on you and to catch up to you, right? Also, hi, Barbarian, welcome in. And then for your Oracle card, we have Moth, you know, like a moth to a flame. But a moth is the card of mystery, concealment, and illusion. So again, there's the sense of like something that is not being fully open, fully forthright with what it is. And sometimes it can also even be, if we take for instance in how Moth is being played out, it can be the sense of hiding to protect yourself. So maybe it could be that you're not being forthright and you're not being open with things that need to be brought out into the front. And maybe it's because you think that you're protecting yourself and you're trying to keep yourself safe. But the Moon card begs to differ. But the Moth card is kind of saying like the reason why it feels like you're probably hiding these things is because you think it's going to protect you. You think it's going to keep you safe from those bad things that might be lurking in the shadows, right? Because moths are notorious for having specific patterns that help them either blend into the night or to make themselves look like an enemy. You know, you see like the eyes on like the moth's wings to make them look like a bigger predator in hopes of, you know, scaring off potential predators, right? So it's very much the sense of, it's like playing chess. You're trying to pretend like you're bigger than you are with less flaws than you have so that other people will keep their distance from you. But they're also still gaining on you and approaching you, and it's trying to see who's gonna slip up first. It feels like a very slippery slope of trying to keep everything in check and everything in order to avoid the sort of like darkness, the scary feeling from sneaking up on you, right? And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Chaos End, right? You can only activate the card if 7 or more of your cards are currently removed from play. Destroy all monster cards on the field. I think you just gotta wipe the slate clean. I think whatever you're trying to do right now with like this weird balancing act and sort of secretly building everything around this like 5-dimensional chess move that I think you're trying to pull, I don't think it's working. I think you just gotta restart the board. I think you just gotta try a different strat. I don't know if this is the one for you, right? It feels like it's putting up too much time and too much effort, and it's kind of eating away at you with that sense of like fear of what if I get caught, what if things fall apart, what if the plan doesn't go according to plan. The Chaos End is like, maybe you should just, you know, clear the board and pick a different thing to do, because maybe this isn't the right strategy for what you're trying to accomplish right now. And I think resetting the pieces is kind of what you need in order to take what you've already learned and what you've already gained from knowledge and experience to move forward into a better path for yourself, right? It's like speed running the second time after the first playthrough. But yeah, I hope that helps, Red Spirit. Fingers crossed. I think you just gotta reevaluate your strategy. And you know, the first time was you kind of getting the hang of things. It feels like maybe you've backed yourself into a little bit of a corner right now. And so your best bet, I think, is to reset the board and try to start again with the knowledge you've already accumulated, so you won't run into those same bumps in the road later. Yeah, I hope that helps, Red Spirit. Fingers crossed. Alright, next up, we've got... Next up is Gothosaurus. And Gothosaurus said, oh, you choose. Oh, it's not a love reading this time, Gothosaurus? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we can do that for you. So Gothosaurus wants a dealer's choice type reading. So let's see what we got for you. Nope, no love this time. I know, I'm surprised. I was so surprised. I was like, oh, it's probably a love. Oh, it's not a love reading. I was like, oh. Well, let's see what the cards feel like you gotta hear right now. What do the cards gotta say to you? See what we got. Everyone deserves some love. Free hugs. Lots of hugs. Let's grab your oracle card. let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's see what we got for you. Okay, we've got all of the cards for you. Got the Sora, so let's put them up on the screen. Starting with got all of the cards for you. For your, what the cards feel like you need to hear right now kind of reading. So, in order of left to right, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the reverse Queen of Cups, and we have the reverse Justice card. So, let's go ahead and start breaking it down for you. Starting with, oh, and also your Oracle card is Cup of Tea, and your Yu-Gi-Oh card is Dark Zebra. Okay, so let's start breaking it down, starting with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is normally a card of like happy dreams, pipe dreams, flights of fancy. It's a card of sort of like blissful ignorance. In a way, it's like your head is in the clouds. You're not fully grounded in reality type of vibes. You're very much, I think it feels like daydreaming in a sense, right? We follow it up as well with the reverse Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is very much like artistic, dreamy, romantic. In its reverse though, it's somebody who is smart, but maybe not as trustworthy. Mostly because maybe it feels like they're kind of off doing their own thing. They've kind of got their head in a completely different direction. They're not really paying too much attention in that sense as well. I think it feels like somebody who's sweet, very charming, but ultimately when, you know, push comes to shove, you're not sure if they can handle what needs to be done kind of vibes, is what the reverse Queen of Cups is kind of about. And then also following that up as well with the reverse Justice card. The reverse Justice card is like things are kind of skewed out of your favor. It's complications. It's recklessly moving forward, pursuing the ends to justify the means of doing things, right? Doing things that you normally wouldn't do just so you can get what you want, because then you'll say, but I got what I wanted, you know? So it's kind of like a card of like, be careful of how you manage to take the path that you're taking in order to get to where you're going, right? The route matters just as much as the destination in this sense, right? What road are you taking to get to your destination is just as important as the actual destination itself. So be careful, you know, that you don't like get on any crazy toll roads or take a really fucked up bumpy path that you don't need to, you know. Just be careful of what direction you're taking, what route you're taking to get to where you're going. And then that brings us to your Oracle card, which is Cup of Tea, right? Which is a card of patience and reassessment. You know, I think you can take your time. You can slow down. I don't think you need to move as fast as maybe you're trying to go. Feels like maybe you're trying to take the quickest path. You're trying to take the shortest path to get to where you're going. But maybe that's not the best for you. And so it feels like the card's like, hey, like, let's slow down. Let's take a breather. Let's think about, you know, Sure, this could be the shortest path, but it's definitely not the best path for you or your car. It's going to tear up your wheels, kind of thing. Why don't we take a slightly longer path, still end up at the same destination? You know, maybe it takes a little longer, but you're not going to fuck up your vehicle on the way over there, kind of vibes, you know? Sort of planning around that, taking your time to really stop and think, because sometimes that's the fastest way, right? They say, like, the story of, like, the tortoise and the hare jumps off and goes forward, and makes, you know, huge leaps and strides all the way up until they get kind of close to the finish line, and they think, oh, well, there's no way, you know, the tortoise is going to catch up to me. Maybe I'll take a little nap. Maybe I'll just relax for a bit before they even cross the finish line. The tortoise comes up slow but steady, makes it past, and makes his way to the finish line, kind of vibes, you know? It's the same sort of situation here. It's going pedal to the metal from the very beginning is not always the best choice for the direction that you're headed, right? Sometimes it's slow and steady, just bit by bit, making your pace towards something. And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is Dark Zebra. If this is the only card in your control during your standby phase, it is automatically placed in the defense position. You cannot change the position of this card during the same turn, right? I think you gotta focus on taking care of yourself and protecting yourself rather than rushing yourself forward to get to your destination. I think it is a matter of what can you do to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself who you want to be as you move forward, and being the person you want to be the whole time, you know. I think don't compromise on yourself or what you are right now for the sake of getting to where you want to be, you know. Sure, it'll take longer, but I think it's ultimately worth it to protect yourself in that sense, you know. And don't settle. But yeah, I hope that helps, Gothosaurus. Fingers crossed. Yeah, my fingers are crossed for you. Next up, we've got Phantom Punk. Also, good night, Gothosaurus. Sweet dreams. Have a good night. Have a good night. Yeah. Is Phantom Punk still here? Phantom Punk, are you here? Is Phantom Punk still here? Well, let me drink some water real quick. If not, we'll probably skip and go to the next person. Okay, I think Phantom Punk might have disappeared, so we're gonna skip them for now, and we'll loop back to them. Next up is Red Go Light. Red Go Light. There you are, I see you. Thank you for the hydrate. And Red Go Light just said how to be better at Uma Musume. Read the guides and also just luck, you know, so. Did you want an actual, like, reading for that? Or do you... Did you want to get the reading on something else? I have another reading idea. Oh yeah. What's the other reading? job hunting. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see what we got for you then, for your job hunting reading. I feel like I'm really bad at Umasuma. I've only been to campaign twice and I've never won the URA. It really does just sometimes come down to luck. Like, I think if you manage to get to URA, that's good. I think that shows that you're on the right path, but also sometimes it really is just like a matter of luck. You can do like a lot of skills, a lot of stuff like that. It is just it's just a matter of like you just gotta hope for the best. Yeah, hope for the best, right? You could have the same horse entered into the same race with the same skills and the same fucking like great vibes or whatever, and then she races and she'll either come in like fucking 16th or she'll come in first, right? Sometimes it really is just a matter of luck, which sucks that some of the races really are just built like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But trust me, I feel you. I've won, I think like 3 different people. I've won multiple times, but only with like 3 different people so far. I can feel my heart pounding and I really need to get some sleep. Reload. Yeah, get cozy, get cozy. Welcome in. You play like 12 careers. Yeah, it took me a while before I finally started winning. Can you do tarot? Yeah, I'm doing tarot right now. Seems like the lower the stars, the more days they give you to train up the horse for each major race event. Well, it's like, yeah, it's in between. So I think a lot of the smaller ones have less goals, which means it gives you more chance. Yeah, even though the higher star horses have better starting stats. Yeah. I mean, that's why the 2 easiest ones to win the campaign with, as well as the URA finale, are Bakashin and Haru Urara, which are both like 2 stars. Like, they're both small. Like, they're not super highly star ranked or whatever, but they're very simple in their playstyle, which I think makes them a lot easier to control and handle, and their personalities are usually pretty good too, so they're less likely to just suddenly hit you with going and dropping from like fucking great all the way down to awful, right? You have to donate. You don't have to donate to join the queue. It's free to join. I mean, if you want to donate, I won't stop you, but you don't have to join just to get a reading. We're currently going through the queue at the moment. We are doing a reading for Red Go Light, and then after Red Go Light we're doing White Blaze, and then after White Blaze we have at least 1 raffle slot. So we'll be able to see, for those in chat who hadn't gotten one yet, you'll be able to snag that slot. Yeah. But right now we're still going in order. We're still doing the ones that are currently in line. The channel point redeem to join. Yeah, but the channel point redeem's currently, I think, full at the moment, right? Everybody's already redeemed them so far. So we'll just have the raffle slot, basically. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Tandor. I appreciate you. Welcome in, welcome in. We do also do tarot readings every Thursday. So if you do end up missing it this today, we'll be doing it next Thursday as well. So at the same time. So no worries, no worries. But yeah, we're doing a job hunting reading for Red Go Light. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Leonix, for posting the queue. I appreciate it. Oh, the good luck spell. I gotcha, I gotcha. Let me pull these cards real quick, and then I'll do the good luck spell for you, Nathan. Let's see what we got. And then we gotta grab your oracle card. Grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Ah, back of my hand. Still here? Yay. Hi, White Blaze. Yeah, you're next on deck. After we do this reading for Red Go Light, you're up next, White Blaze. I just saw my name in last call, so I figured I'd say something. Yeah, no, the last call's for somebody else. You're good. We haven't gotten to you yet. Okay, we got all of the cards for Red Go Light. Let me read that good luck spell for you, Nathan. Alright, where's my... Here it is. Hold on, let me drink some water. You know, spell casting is heavy duty on the throat. Okay. Summoning the stars to guide from above. Lead with light and let Lady Luck shine. Reweave the threads of destiny. Ultima Fortuna. There you go. Hopefully that improves your luck. But if not, no refunds or returns. There you go. There's your good luck spell. Alright, and now let's put these cards up on the screen for you. Red Go Light. For your job hunting reading, we've got... And then we follow it up with... There we go. Alright, we've got all of the cards for you, Red Go Light, for your reading. So in order of left to right, we have the reverse 8 of coins, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the King of Swords. And then for your Oracle card, we have Rosemary, and for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Petite Angel. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you and what they mean, starting with the reverse 8 of coins. Right off the bat, the reverse 8 of coins to me reads like burnout. It's exhaustion. It's the feeling of just tired, honestly. Exhausted. It feels like a lack of concentration. You're trying to, I think, force yourself to keep pushing in a situation that is not very ideal and feels incredibly draining, right? The 8 of coins reverse can also be a card of like, not all hobbies should become jobs. I think there's some people work best when they separate their pleasure from their business, you know? Some people can mix and match a little bit of both, but some people thrive better when they've got their pleasure completely separate from their business in this sense, you know? Finding a way to not make them mix at all. You don't want to taint the pleasure with the business aspect of things. And I think that's sort of like the key thing is like, maybe you're going in the wrong direction in your job hunting, right? Sometimes you just need a job that gets the job done, as in you're getting your bills paid. And then you can devote the extra time to the thing you actually love without the fear of the business aspects bleeding into it, right? But overall, it just feels like you're tired, man. It just feels like you're exhausted. It feels like a lot of shit's just on your shoulders right now, and it's getting to you a little bit, you know? Yeah, I applied to every retail area in my place. Yeah, it's rough. That's rough, dude. And retail is extra draining, let me fucking tell you, dude. Oh, yeah. And then we followed up with the Hanged Man, right? And the Hanged Man is a card of introspection. It's a card of looking at what's holding you back and cutting yourself free. In this case, in terms of job hunting, I would say maybe like re-look at like your resume and your strong points, right? Like specifically, what are you applying for? Are you applying more for like a customer service role? Are you applying more for like a stocking role? That kind of stuff. I think catering and tailoring your resume and stuff like that might also help you. Like if you're applying for, like, say for instance, like a more customer servicey type role kind of thing, then your best bet might be to really play it up for them, you know, because customer service roles, you want to make sure, especially if there's like interviews and stuff like that, that you are playing the part of your customer service role during the interview. Like you gotta go all in on it, which can be draining, but I think you really just have to fully commit to what you're trying to do. And I think tailor yourself in that hunt to be more specific with what it is. When you cast a really wide net, it can be helpful, but sometimes the best thing for you to do is to just really hone in on something specific that you can manage and that you can really nail, right? It's mostly customer service and stocking. Yeah. I would say, especially with like the customer service stuff, the first impressions are really, really strong, and you gotta set yourself apart. You know, I'm sure you are already, but like dress up nicely if you get any interviews, stuff like that. Whenever you're answering their little their quizzes, because you know, like they do like those little quizzes for like the job hunting to like weed people out. You have to pretend like you would die for the company, basically. Tell them, yes, I'll devote my whole life, blah 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 blah, to the company. Please hire me. I'm a perfect little corporate slave. I'm ready to be a cog in the machine. Please accept me. But, you know, with more enthusiasm or whatever in your voice. My hopeful job eventually would be a math teaching role. Honestly, why not go for that? Like, I mean, is it that hard to start looking to be a potential substitute teacher? Because you could start getting, like, some substitute teaching credentials and see if you could go into, like a math role and stuff like that. I mean, I would start looking into that, genuinely. But I think the thing here is with the hangman is what's holding you back from what you want, and what can you cut yourself free from? What can you hone yourself in on for what you really want, right? And then we follow it up with the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is somebody who maybe looks a little cold on the outside, but they're very blunt, very straightforward, and very even-tempered. They just want to get their job done. They just want to nail everything how it needs to be nailed and move forward swiftly and efficiently. They're not really the type to dilly-dally in a lot of stuff or try to fluff things up or anything like that. They're somebody who very much strikes at the core of the issue type. And for me, I don't know if this is really necessarily for customer service. I don't know if that's really your strong suit in that instance. Of course, I've never seen your customer service. I've never heard your customer service voice. I think I'd have to hear your customer service voice. I could show you guys my customer service voice. Hi, welcome in. How are you? How are you guys doing? Did you find everything that you needed today? Oh, that's so wonderful. The weather's been so lovely, hasn't it? Yeah, what can I do for you? Of course. Yeah, that's my customer service voice. Honed and trained in over years of customer service. I can make small talk with anyone about the weather.
I have pre-programmed lines built into my body that I surface when I need to. I applied to the sub thing. I'm just waiting for a response. It's the middle of a summer vacation in your area. Yeah, I believe in you. Hopefully you can get that substitute teacher role. I think of it, especially if it's something you're passionate about, that shows to people when you're passionate about something like that. It really sticks out to them, you know? I think just being direct, straightforward with who you are and what you want to do and how you want to do it, I think is the best bet. But I think if you want to be a math teacher, genuinely, you gotta show that you want to be a math teacher. I think do you dress like a math teacher? Right, Go Light? They have a specific they have a specific dress code. I don't know why, but they do. The math teachers, they always have like the fucking button-up shirts with like the fucking pocket protectors and like usually like a bow tie. I don't know why math teachers fucking love bow ties, dude. How many bow ties do you have, Red? How many bow ties do you have? Not enough, I can tell. You didn't even have to answer that. I know you don't have enough bow ties. You need to start shopping online for bow ties. 2? Oh, see, you do have 2? Okay, yeah, you need more bow ties. Yeah. Also, hi, Sammy. Welcome in. Welcome in. Are you finishing your teaching degree and then getting a job in the meantime? Yeah, I think it can also just be good experience just to get the substitute teacher stuff right now, too. Just to keep you moving forward. But yeah, I know substitute teaching can also be kind of rough in terms of how often you get it. But yeah, you need more bow ties. If you're gonna be a real bona fide math teacher, you need like at least 1 bow tie for each day of the week. So you need like minimum 5 bow ties. Right. Minimum 5. And then you gotta get the different ones for all the different holidays. Right? So like Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day, Halloween, Christmas, you know. You gotta get all you gotta start building your bow tie collection, fam. But the fact you already have 2 is so fucking funny to me. Why do math teachers love bow ties so much? Yeah, you should apply for a teaching assistant job too. Well, I guess it also depends on like what demographic are you interested in teaching too. Like, are you interested in like elementary school, middle school, high school, college level like teaching, you know? Because some places have weekend schooling too in the summer. Yeah, 7 too. Yeah, true. I have a bachelor's degree in math, but I didn't get a teaching version because I didn't know what I wanted to do yet until after graduation. Yeah, you should get a teaching degree. You should start working on that. In the meantime, you can just have something to, you know, to keep you going, just to keep you pushing forward until you get what you need. And then, yeah. Also, you need more bow ties. You need the customer service job, the retail job, so you can afford more bow ties. This is paramount. But now that we have a real math professor in training, can you inform me why do math teachers like bow ties so much, Red Go Light? Why do you like bow ties? Is it just because you feel pressured in order to conform to the mathist like society that you have to get bow ties, or is it something about it that like draws it to you? Is it like because they're like geometric in shape or something? What is it? What draws you to bow ties? I gotta know. Because every single math teacher I've known is like obsessed with bow ties. And I remember when I got them, they just appeared in my wardrobe one day. Oh my god. The day you realized you wanted to be a math teacher was the day like the fucking math gods fucking smited a bow tie into your fucking divine wardrobe. That's so fucking funny. It's like you're chosen by the heavens. You didn't even want to be a math teacher. You just found the bow ties in your closet and you're like, oh god, I've been chosen. I've been picked. The prophecy has foretold that this day would come, but I did not think it would happen so soon. And yet, here I find myself. Graced with the divine bow ties, I must take the mantle and move forward. Onward to my new profession as a math teacher. Fucking nerd. No, I do love bow ties. I think they're really cute. I just find that so funny though. I love that for you. But yeah, you need more bow ties. If you only have 2, that's rookie numbers. You gotta boost those up. They're gonna ask you whenever you apply to be a math teacher, they're gonna ask you whenever they're evaluating you. They're like, so by the way, how many bow ties do you have? You gotta at least have 5 when you're applying. I'll be like, oh yeah, I have 5 right now, but I'm building my collection, you know. Yeah, it's either bow ties or it's funky socks. It's one or the other. I don't know. Math teachers love that shit. Sometimes they even like pair them up, like the bow ties with the funky socks. I need a pocket protractor and a calculator. Hell yeah, brother. Get that TI-87 in your pocket. Another bow tie to add to my collection. Yeah, you gotta start shopping online. You gotta get custom print bow ties and shit like that too. Get one with like the fucking school mascot or whatever. School colors. You gotta get one in every color. You gotta get Roy G. Biv, brother. You gotta get Roy G. Biv, all the colors of the rainbow so you can match it to everything. Well, Roy G. Biv and black and white, you know. And brown. Never underestimate a brown bow tie. I do like a brown bow tie. I think it's simple, right? A white bow tie and a black bow tie can sometimes be a bit too stark, a bit too strong. But a brown bow tie is warmth. It's inviting. It's comforting, but it's still neutral. So it goes with a lot of things, right? A brown bow tie, I think, is a necessity in any bow tie lover's closet. You need at least one brown bow tie. Yeah, I get one with like yeah, the different print for all of the numerical symbols on it. Yeah. But yeah, you should definitely get at least one brown bow tie. Yeah, you get the white one, you get the black one, you get the brown one, you get a couple of other ones. Oh no, Agile, oh no. I believe in you, stay strong. Start reciting pi at it, maybe it'll go away. Break out of Agile. I gotta stretch. Oh, my back. Ugh. Oh, let me hydrate while you're in ad hell. So refreshing. So lovely. I have like 2 TI-84s. Oh my god. I had no idea you were such a nerd, Red Golite. It's very charming. It's very cute. Also, oh my god, Leonix, thank you so much for the gift sub to Red Golite. Thank you. I appreciate it. Look at this heckin' nerd. Oh my god, you have 2 bow ties and you have 2 calculators. I'm so proud of you. You're definitely on the right track. And you have like 4 TI. Why do you have so many calculators? What could you possibly need that many of the same type of calculator for? Why do you have 4 of them? Red, why do you have 4 TI-36s? Bro keeps stealing them. Yeah, don't let Red Golite go to your house parties, dude. Red Golite's gonna raid your fucking bedroom and steal your calculators. Bro's gonna ask to borrow your phone so you can open the calculator app and run with it. 2 were broken. Why do you have them then, dude? Throw them out if they're broken. What are you, slamming on the keys so hard trying to do your calculations? I bet you wear glasses. You're one of the motherfuckers that voted yes, you wear glasses, don't you? Oh my god, you're like a little nerd. That's so cute. That's why anyone keeps anything that's broken. True. You have aviators? Oh my gosh. You gotta push them up your big old glasses. No, but I love that for you. I'm wishing you genuinely all the best with your math professor career. I hope it thrives for you, Red. You got this. You got this. But yeah, so that brings us to the rest of your reading. We've got your oracle card, which is Rosemary, which is remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. I think you just gotta trust. You gotta stay loyal to the sight that you've got set for yourself, where you're heading, what direction you want to go in. You know, keep your eye on the prize and keep moving forward with it, right? And then for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Petite Angel, a quick-moving and tiny fairy that's very difficult to hit. You are tiny, but you are mighty. Bit by bit, you will become more and more powerful. I believe in you. You can do it, right? Slow and steady, you'll make your way there. As you slowly flit your way across the screen and make your way to your goal, you can do it. You may not be super powerful right now, but you're nimble and you're doing what you can to keep moving forward. And I think at the end of the day, that's all you really can do, right? Bit by bit, find what you can do to hone your blade, to hone your edge so you can charge forward and directly attack things at the source to get to what you want, right? And maybe get more bow ties. I think that's what it's devolved to at this point. Is I think you need more bow ties. Especially, like I said, you got to get a brown bow tie. I don't know what color your two bow ties are right now, but if one of them's not brown, you need a nice brown bow tie. I also want to move out of the South eventually. Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be good. Though the South do be needing teachers. The South education stuff is a hot mess, dude. Like, the educational system in the South is not a good time. So they need teachers more than ever in some states. Doesn't mean they'll hire them, but they do need them. But I believe in you, Red. You got this. You got this. Okay, next up, we've got White Blaze. And White Blaze said, just a general reading will work, thank you. Also, hi, welcome in. Thanks for grabbing your daily pillow and thanks for the head pad. Let's see what we got for you, White Blaze. Yeah, I plan on teaching here for a while and then moving. Yeah, I believe in you. I'm giving you all my best regards, all my good vibes, my good energy. I'm sending it your way. I hope you find your dream teaching job. Also, both bow ties are black. Yeah, you need a brown one. You need a brown one. A brown one and then a fun patterned one to really at least start and round off your current collection. Yeah, very important. Start looking that up. See what we got for your oracle card, White Blaze. Like have one of the equals MC squared. Yeah. You gotta get like the really cute nerdy print bow ties. Also, classic paisley bow tie goes so hard, dude. A nice paisley bow tie works really well for like a casual, fun sprucing up, you know. So thank you for that, Pax. No, one of my like favorite math teachers was in college. During like our tests, right? We'd go in on test days and he baked fresh brownies every test day. So whenever you finished your test, you bring it up to the front, you turn in your test, you'd grab a brownie, and then you'd leave. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. So it was like a combination of like, yes, the test sucks. Yes, you have to be there for the test and the test sucks, but you get a brownie. You get a free brownie. And that was a very good motivator for me. So I don't know, maybe you can take that into account. That would have worked for me too. Yeah. Cause it makes the test more bearable when you're like, as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna get a brownie. It pushes you forward. It encourages you to do your best because you get brownie afterwards for working hard. I remember one time I was like running late too. I like woke up slightly late, so I was like running from my dorm to math class. And I fucking tripped and I fell and I like skid across like the fucking concrete like sidewalk. But I didn't want to be late for class, so I ran and I got there and I like barely made it in time. And I was like, can I go to the bathroom? I just realized I'm bleeding. Cause like my hands and my knees were like bleeding from like the sidewalk skid. And he just kind of looked, he's like, it's okay if you're late. Like, please don't hurt yourself. He was like, please don't hurt yourself. I don't care if you're a little late. Though it probably also helped that I was like one of like only like 2 people that would actually like answer when he called on us. So like when like on the board when he's like talking and stuff. Most of the people were very, very quiet in the class. But I'm the motherfucker who raises their hand. Yes, I sat in the back, but I raised my hand. I was listening. I just like sitting in the back. It's less pressure. It's less stress. Also, hi Bean, welcome in. How are you? Alright, let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card, White Blaze. Okay. We got all of the cards for you, White Blaze. So, let's start putting them up on the screen. Starting there we go. And then the last card. we've got all of the cards for you for your general reading. In order of left to right, we have the Five of Wands, we have the reverse Knight of Coins, and we have the Hermit. And then for your Oracle card, we have Fog, and for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Weather Report. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down for you, starting with the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of impeding battle or competition. Things are starting to brew. Things are starting to bubble. You know, things are cooking right now, and this is a card that tells you that fortune favors the bold. If you want to win, you got to put yourself out there and you got to go for the win, right? If you want to win, you have to go for the win. And sometimes that means taking risks, you know. Risks can pay off when you put yourself out there, right? But it feels like the problem is this reverse Knight of Coins. You're very much, I think, a very static, very even-natured person, but that sometimes leads to stagnation, a feeling of not moving forward because maybe you get a little too comfortable right where you are right now. Why should I fix something if it's not broken, right? It's working, so there's no point in me doing anything more to try to improve it, right? Feels like that's kind of your philosophy, your take on things is if it's not broke, don't fix it, which to a certain extent, sure, yeah. But life requires, I think, at least a little bit of innovation, at least a little bit of breaking out of your shell in order for you to fully realize the efforts of things that you're working towards and to help break you out of some sort of stuck in your old ways type habits, right? So the reverse Knight of Coins is like a maybe it'd be a good idea for you to be a little bit more daring, a little bit more bold, a little bit more out of the box than you normally are. You're normally very in your box. And then speaking of being in your box, we have the Hermit, you know, somebody who tends to be a little bit more reclusive, tends to shy away from others and from society, tends to, in a way, stick in their own box, you know, not really looking to go crazy, exploring or breaking boundaries or anything like that. It feels like you're holding yourself back in a sense, right? That's what the Hermit kind of feels like right here. It's like you're hiding away and you're holding yourself back a little bit. And the card's like, you don't need to do that. In fact, it'd be way better if you really break yourself out of there a bit more, you know? Be a little bit bolder, be a little bit braver, take a few more steps outward toward the sun, right? And then that brings us to your Oracle card, which is Fog, which is a feeling of obscurity or feeling lost. Maybe you feel like you don't actually know what direction to go in. Things are doing well enough right now. Why don't I just keep doing this, you know, and not worry about it? But it feels like that's also driven away maybe some feeling of your purpose. You have maybe a lack of purpose because you feel kind of content in the spot you are right now. And it's like the card's like, you can find something to move forward to. You can find new goals to push yourself towards. It's okay to be a little brave. It's okay to step outside of your box. It's okay to do things you wouldn't normally do because it'll pay off, right? Yeah, I think you'll find yourself in a much better spot than maybe you could even just imagine right now, just by simply putting yourself out there, right? And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is Weather Report, right? Destroy all opponents' face-up Swords of Revealing Light cards on the field. If Sword of Revealing Light is destroyed, you can perform your battle phase twice this turn, or your next turn if activated during the opponent's turn, right? I think this is a chance for you to break the mold, to break the boundaries, and to put yourself in a new situation that you wouldn't have otherwise done, right? I think this is your chance to really shatter the box that's containing you in order to move forward and to grow. Because yes, the box is very comfy, the box is very safe, it fits you so perfectly as you are right now. But if you want to grow and if you want to get bigger and you want to do things that can push yourself even farther into better places, the box won't be able to fit you. So at some point, you kind of do have to break out of that box and put yourself out there. It's scary, right? Because you don't know if it's worth it, but it usually does end up being worth it to take at least a little bit of risk, you know? I think that's what you got to do for yourself, is just be a little bolder, be a little braver, and break out of your current sort of stagnation and rut. And I think you'll find something really wonderful on the other side, you know? Also, hi, Natural. Welcome in. But, yeah. We're going to do final call for Phantom Punk. And if Phantom Punk's not here, then we will raffle off the final slot. So, Phantom Punk, are you here? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, we are going to give away your slot to somebody else. Phantom Punk. I'll say hi, Daro. Welcome in. Welcome in. I think Phantom Punks might still be gone. So we are going to raffle off. We're gonna raffle off the slot. We're gonna make it even, right? So for those of you, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Daro. For those of you who haven't gotten a reading yet from me today, and you would like one, we're doing one last reading for tonight. I am thinking of a number between 1 through 10, and the first person to guess the number can snag the reading. 77, that is not a number between 1 through 10. That is a little too much. Oh, just 7? Oh, okay. I was about to say. You're overshooting the target a little bit. Any other guesses? I double clicked it. It's okay, it's okay. Well, technically nobody's guessed it yet, so if you want to guess again, you can. Old Vampirin said 4. Nobody's guessed it yet, not yet. You gotta guess a number, Daro. 1 through 10, you gotta guess a number. Oh, it was 5. Congrats, Daro. The number was actually 5. There you go. Alright, what would you like for your reading, Daro? It was very close. It was very close. Y'all kind of skipped around it at first. Yeah. And I was sending that number through vibes. Let's go. Let's go. I was lucky. Yeah, you were lucky. I was very surprised. Yeah. What would you like for your reading, Daro? Five is your favorite number? Ooh. Yeah, I pick a different number every time, so it's just purely chance. I think it gives more opportunities for people to guess, you know. It looks like this time it was your number. I was feeling 5 and you were feeling 5. So what would you like for your tarot reading? So I want to know whatever the cards has to say about my laboral future, like your job stuff, like labor, like your job. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure that's what you're asking. Unless you mean like birth labor.
I love the vibes here. It's always comfy and cozy. Thank you, Jeremy. It's comfy and cozy because you're also here. You're part of the vibes. So Dara, just to make sure, Dara, you want a job reading, basically? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Right now, I'm in an internship and finishing soon. I just want to know if I'm going to find a job in the near future and if coding is the right path for me. That's all. I gotcha. Well, let's see what the cards got to say for you then. I still gotta laugh at the reverse Knight of Coins card there. It looks a bit like Saba the Saber from Power Rangers. A little bit. I can see it. It definitely does look a little bit like that. Let me see what the notes say about the design of that specific card for the Knight of Coins. What is it inspired by? The symbol is a silver Tang Dynasty hairpin, which might have been worn by a noble person in a time of great affluence and cultural wealth for China. Oh, so it's a silver hairpin. That's pretty cool. Hi, Jenny. Unfortunately, you missed all of the readings. We're currently doing the last reading of the night right now. I'm sorry, Jenny. You missed them all. It's okay. You can try again next week, though. I believe in you, Jenny. Fighting, you can do it. It's 1:31 p.m. for you. Oh, yeah, it is 2:31 a.m. for me in the USA. It's a late night kind of vibe for me. But I guess it's just like a casual lunch vibe for you. Yeah, it's okay, Jenny. You'll get it next time. Next week. Let's see what we got for Darrow. So hi Nugget, welcome in. Okay. Oh wow, all three of these are major arcana cards. Alright, and now let's grab your oracle card. You were making new friends? Oh, that's so exciting. I hope you had a good time making friends.
Let's grab your Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay, we've got all of the cards for you, Daro. So let's put them up on the screen. I did, but I do indeed need sleep. Yeah, get some rest. All tuckered out from socializing. Okay. We've got all of the cards for you in order of left to right, Daro, for your job hunting sort of perspective future. We have the Magician. We have the Temperance card. We have Death. And then for your Oracle card, we have Earth. And for your Yu-Gi-Oh card, we have Banisher of the Light. Or who are you reading now live? We're doing a reading for Daro, the last reading of the night. Yeah. So we'll start with the Magician, right, Daro? And the Magician is somebody who's sort of able to see the spark of potential and use their sort of logic and their resources to bring out to full fruition what they're actually capable of based off of just what they had on hand, right? There's somebody who's very resourceful and makes do with what they have to create something spectacular, right? Also, hi, Dragon Wolfen, welcome in. So I think somebody who's able to really see what they've already got on hand in order to create something even more amazing, right? And then, interestingly, we followed up with the Temperance card, which is very much a card of like, sometimes you gotta go with the flow. The Magician's supposed to be me? I would say so. The Magician's supposed to be you. Somebody who has the knowledge and the power and the resourcefulness to make do with what they've got. You know, when life deals them a hand, when they deal them the cards, you kind of look at your cards and go, okay, well, what can I make with what I've got, right? Are you doing Yu-Gi-Oh card readings again? Well, we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh cards with the normal readings. It's not full Yu-Gi-Oh reading. It's just an extra Yu-Gi-Oh card on the reading. And so the Temperance card is also like somebody who's very go with the flow. Somebody who, you know, doesn't try to fight the current, sees where life takes them and heads in that direction, right? And then interestingly, we follow it up with the Death card, which sounds scary, but it's really not. The Death card is a card of the end of one thing, but the beginning of something new. So when one thing ends, another thing begins, right? Is your free queue still open? Unfortunately, no. This is currently the last reading of the night I'm doing right now. But we do tarot every Thursday, so if you want to pop in earlier next Thursday, you'll be able to snag a spot. Yeah. Unfortunate. But also, I'm starving, so I need food after this stream. I'm gonna make some dinner. But yeah. So to me, the Death card automatically reads as, I don't know if specifically coding is gonna be the thing that you keep pursuing, right? I don't know if that's necessarily what it is, but I think it's necessary for you to get to where you want to go. I think taking this current path you're going is gonna be what helps you find where you actually do fit into everything, Daro, right? Maybe through the initial gate of going to coding is where you find something more like game development, or you find something like website building, or you find like a specific niche for yourself, right? that maybe you wouldn't have really known about until you initially got into coding, right? So I don't know if coding itself is going to be the end all be all for you in terms of job hunting, but it feels like that's going to be what's going to lead you to the thing you want to actually be at later. It's just maybe you haven't found that thing quite yet, right? But I think overall it's going to help lead you on the road that you want to go to find the thing that actually drives you forward, right? Because maybe you start coding and you start doing coding for game dev, but then maybe you realize, oh, I actually really like working on UI, or actually, oh, I really like working on like widgets for like this thing, or I start doing a different personal project and I realize I like doing this instead. But you wouldn't have found that out if you hadn't pursued coding in the first place, right? And then so it's kind of like taking like a left turn. You're still on the road, and you only got on that road because of coding, but you're still taking a left turn. You're still going in a different direction. But you couldn't have gotten to that point without it, right? So I don't think it's necessarily a lost cause or anything like that, even if you don't continue to pursue coding in the future, right? Even if you do something else. I think this is what's still opening the door for you to find the thing that actually sparks joy for you, right? We follow it up as well with your Oracle card, which is Earth, right? Which is a card of peace and grounding. I think you can't think about it in the sense of, is what I'm doing right now even worth it? Am I even going to be using this in the future? I think you got to ground yourself and think more of, well, this is what I'm doing right now, so we just got to work with what I've got, right? I just got to go with the flow with the skills I've already got currently equipped, you know, and see where I go from here, and I can develop more skills in the future, right? Keep yourself grounded. Don't stress yourself too much about what the future holds, because, I mean, you don't know. You just kind of got to go with the flow. Again, that temperance card. You just got to go with the flow. See where life is taking you, and utilize that magician card, that resourcefulness, to handle what gets thrown at you with the skills you've currently got until you learn some new skills out of it, right? And then that brings us to your Yu-Gi-Oh card, Banisher of the Light. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. To me, this reads more like your fear. Your fear is that anything you don't use right now is useless and it's gone forever. And I would say that's not necessarily the case, right? If anything, it's not the case at all, right? Even small things that you are interested in, that you develop even a little bit, will always come back to help you. All experience you gain ultimately helps you, even in things that you think are completely unrelated. Because take coding, for example. Coding is all about logic and understanding how to frame things, how to build something up, how to break it down into logical steps. That's still applicable outside of coding, right? You can still use that knowledge from coding in completely unrelated fields. You can use that just for planning, for management. You can use that for a variety of things. So even if you never use the actual coding itself, it's still being used. You're still using that experience in other ways. And I think you have to think about things in that sense. Rather than thinking, am I wasting my time? What if I never use this again? You will. You will use it again. Right? You know? It will find its way for you to use it. I think you just have to realize that all of that experience is not going to waste. It's not being dumped in the trash the moment you stop using it, right? You're still coming back to it. It's still being used in other aspects and other ways in your life. You can find different ways to apply it to other aspects in your life, right? So I'd say stress less about kind of whether or not this is the current right path for you, or if you're going, you know, in the right direction right now. I would say just go with the flow and just know that everything that happens right now is all experience that ultimately culminates into you still moving forward into a good direction, even if you don't do coding in the future, you know? I think you will manage to find a job in the future. I don't know if it's going to be a coding job. I don't know if you'll still be doing coding in the future, but I don't think it's a waste. I don't think what you're doing right now is a waste of time. It will still benefit you even if you don't do that specifically in the future, you know? Nice reading. It resonates a lot with me. Yeah, I hope so. I just, you know, I think it's important to realize that no skill is completely wasted. No experience is completely forgotten. You can still apply it in other ways. You can still apply it in other directions. It's just a matter of you using your own resourcefulness to actually use it in those different ways than it was originally designated, right? Like I said, with the coding, it's about logic. It's about forming solutions and step-by-step instructions and management and organization. Those are all skills that can still be taken outside of the context of building a program. And you can use that for anything in your life, right? So I think it's just a matter of, okay, well, how can I break down these skills in a way that can still be useful outside of the specific thing? And I think that will serve you a lot more in the future in where you want to go, you know? But yeah, fingers crossed. I hope that helps, Darrow. You got this, you got this. Nothing you ever do in your life is wasted if you know how to use it. None of your efforts are ever in vain if you know how to use them. And also, I'm sorry you're not happy today, Jenny. It sucks. Some days are better than others, but hopefully you'll feel better next time, Jenny. Hopefully you'll feel better tomorrow. But yeah, that's officially all of the readings for today. We're officially all caught up. So let's see, who are we gonna raid? Who is online? Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god, we could raid Jen Jen, who's currently playing Uma Musume. Or we could raid Safara, who's currently playing Uma Musume. Or we could raid somebody else who's playing Uma Musume. Or we could raid ASMR. What do you guys want? Do you want Uma Musume, Uma Musume, Uma Musume, or ASMR? What do you guys what do you guys want to raid out to? I think we'll do Uma Musume. I think we'll raid out to Safara. Okay. You're on the line. Uma Musume, yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna set it up. Tomorrow we will be playing a early access demo for a princess raising sim / villainess like otome game. It looks really interesting. It's made by an indie dev. We'll be playing that. Hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow for that. We'll become the best villainess we can be and try to rule the world. But if not, no worries. I'll see you when I see you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Code Talker. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye!